guys, what's going on? FI My Pawn here, and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Since we last left off, if I do recall correctly, we managed to get... Yes, we managed to start exploring Ryalis Minoris, I believe it's called. And we did some exploration around there. We also got some supplies outside from a ship on the sidelines. And yeah, we managed to do quite a bit of stuff. And we cleared the first half of the equivalent of a dungeon, or planet, I should say. For this stream, what we're going to be doing is we are going to go into the underbelly of the city in order to explore a few fights. There is one particular fight that we're going to have to look out for, but I digress. That is something that we will get to later. And maybe we'll do more, but we'll have to see. Regardless, without further ado, let's get into things and see what happens. Alright, so yeah, no, as you can see, I've, to put it simply, I've actually gone through the game, so maybe a little bit of a spoiler by accidentally showing that, but that's my mistake. You won't have to worry about that anymore, though, because I will not be showing that save file, because I have actually beat the game. So now I most assuredly know what we're going to get into, for the most part. Also, a recent update has informed... Well, not a recent update, but there is an update that I should probably notify you guys about that I've dealt with in regards to the game. Given that there are a few quests that cause a bit of strife here and there... Oh, hold on. Oh, did I not... Hold on. Oh, I guess I didn't save appropriately. Oh, that's my mistake, huh?
I just need to tough it.
Alright, I guess I didn't save, and as a result, well, there you go. Well,
who, if not
at least
me,
I can do this.
Consider this a taste of what's to come.
There we go, let's just get the kill here. Done. I wasn't exactly expecting that, but alright.
Is there money to be made?
I did suffer a wound, but that is perfectly fine because I still have plenty of medkits. So I will just equip those and get a quick heal in.
I won't forget this.
There we go. So yeah, no, I guess I didn't save by accident, but that's fine. At the very least, we will be getting some interesting items that are going to help us in the long run. So, first order of business, let's see. This stacks up to 3 times, so it's kind of useless right now, but we can increase our damage by 5%. So, it's not going to be that big a boost, but every 20 damage we deal, the higher the output is, basically. As for damage here, let's see, we got a rate of fire of 6 here with the auto gun. Let's see. This is rate of fire 4, rate of fire 1. We're going to add these to cargo. We don't need this. This is 12 to 16. This is not really that great, so we'll add it to cargo. Flamer. I must admit, I have considered using the Flamer. But, at the same time, the rate of fire is pretty shoddy. So I'm actually going to ditch it, I think. Yeah, so we're going to ditch that. We don't need the heirloom weapon, so we're just going to add to cargo. Normal lasgun is nowhere compared to the actual gun, so there you go. We are going to swap to the officer's chainsword here. We are going to get rid of the serrated knife now. Power maul we don't need, so I'm just going to add to the cargo. We don't need the diviner staff, so we'll cargo it. This axe is a two-handed weapon, so we're just going to add to cargo like we do. And let's see. Do we keep... I guess we'll keep the autogun until we're certain we don't need it. I'm going to get rid of this pistol here, because the Wait, no, I can actually use this pistol. Oh, right, the rate of fire is pretty shoddy, huh? Let's keep the precise blast pistol. That's stronger. At least on burst fire, anyways. Blast wave is a shotgun. It's pretty okay, but nothing too crazy. Alright, I think we've gathered everything and we sorted everything out. Now the question is, do I want to go with the autogun or do I want to go with the long las? Because both are viable in this instance. And the benefit with the autogun is that it's got some over-penetration. And for those of you who do not know, over-penetration basically means that you can bypass one enemy and hit another. So it allows you to potentially hit 2 targets instead of 1. Which is pretty nice. We will lose out on a boost of 25 to hits, and we will not be able to ignore 30 dodge, but it's a small price to pay. The accuracy is sort of left to be desired with the 8, whereas comparatively, the well-maintained lasgun is going to have 10. But there are going to be things in the future that will increase this quality-wise, but we will get into those at another time.
Just as I planned.
Alright.
I know how to take risks.
So long as I'm the one that's,
Keep your wits about you.
so long as I'm the one that's, doing all this looting, we should be fine. Okay, so, got a ton of stuff. Honestly, I might just leave the tech priest there while I just keep myself selected and go from there. Oh, right, I have to do this. We're just going to destroy it. Why not? No need to examine it. Alright, we lose a melted charge, but we get the experience necessary. Now, let's see. I can't disarm it from this side because apparently, the disarm is over there, so we will have to keep that in mind. But other than that, we should be able to just walk around and do it. So no big deal. I am going to have to go through and loot these things again. Can't really avoid that situation, but that's fine.
I always keep my options open.
Alright. And this is where we continue to the next area, so...
This could be an opportunity.
As long as we're careful, we should be fine.
That's how it's done.
Now, I do believe there is some enemies over here somewhere. There is also more loot. But we will see all of that in due time.
Keep your wits about you.
Oh, yeah, no, there's also some stuff up there, so... Take this time to disarm that.
Just as I planned.
There we go. Okay, there's something up here that we can grab, so we will quickly go up here. Grab this. And I do believe if we go up here, there is... Yep, this is the chest here that we can grab.
Always
so that's more loot to our group. Bolters. Bolters are the next best thing that we can go for in regards to burst fire weapons. I'm not sure if I'm going to go with a bolter, though. I'm tempted for the lore, though. I really am, but I might not even go for that, and there's something I can actually do later on that I might even go to go for a specific type of weapon. Shutting off the steam in this direction is annoying, so I'm not even going to bother. There is something on the other side, though. But yeah, no, we're going to go this way. Quickly.
I always keep my options open.
Oh, there's some more individuals here. I think I've grabbed everything thus far.
Is there money to be made?
Is there anything else I want to get rid of? Not really. Chainmail, at this point, I think I'm going to ditch flak armor is probably going to be our go-to here. This will give us 10 armor. We'll lose the dodge and parry boost. But for 35 armor, that's not bad. I could also wear this and increase dodge by 5, but nah. Let's stick with the flak armor. We're going to add all this to cargo. I'll keep that, actually, just in case. Mesh vest, we are adding to cargo. We'll keep those synth skins, just in case.
Always keep
Never know.
On the price.
But yeah, we're going to crawl down here now. Not sure why he's Vorg's crawling up, but yeah.
Keep your wits about you.
We want to take this time to actually disable the steam. There we go. And we want to go to the lower levels of the upperway, because that will be beneficial to us. And hey,
Let us not dawdle.
another medkit to add to the list. It's always going to be nice. Alright, here we go. To the upperway.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Alright, we're going to the warehouse. Now, of course, we have to wait for our tech priest here. Not like I'm going to be using him, mind you, but he's there. And yeah, we just have to avoid tech use stuff because until, you know, we're higher quality. Yeah. Alright, let's do this. Let us see what's going on here. Alright, there is a door here. We are going to activate something as we go here, so let's make sure we're prepared.
Learning experiences.
Let's see. This increases our armor equal to 2 times our fellowship bonus. And it also gives us fellowship equal to our iconoclast rank. As much as I love this Helm of Determination, it's the fellowship bonus that really ruins us, I think. If not for the if it were a different bonus, say, I don't know, intellect, that'd be really good for us. Otherwise, right now, Deck Officer Helm is arguably a little better. I guess I could wear this if only to increase... Oh, no, wait, no, never mind, because all of our charisma stuff scales off int, not fellowship anymore. So we don't even need this. Yeah. The only other thing I could potentially wear is the Mantle of Heroism, because this will increase our dodge by 20%, which will help us in the coming fights. For now, though, I think the Officer Chainsword and Precise Lasgun is going to be our best friends, and I think for this fight in particular, I'm going to try an autogun. If I don't like it, then I guess we're swapping to something else, but I like the auto shoots, so we're going to go with that. Alright, we're going to write this up. There we go. And here we go.
I will lead us.
Alright, Vorg. Time to go in. Let's see what we find. On his journey across the woods, caught in the throes of a heretical insurgency, the Lord Captain accidentally witnessed an unholy rite that transpired in one of the maintenance rooms of an aqueduct. This abandoned nook turned out to be a heretics' gathering place for performing their grim and profane acts. The large group of rebels stood frozen in patient anticipation, all staring into the center of the room. No one moved, only the murmur of hushed voices and echoed against the metal walls. The Lord Captain ran a cursory glance over the room, assessing the situation. The rebels were unremarkable in appearance. They were dressed in the shabby clothes of abject rabble, spoke in coarse voices, and had repulsive faces. But what caught the Lord Captain's attention was the look of strange, almost sinister anticipation in their eyes. This was no gathering of loud blasphemers or bordered idlers. Only occasionally would they exchange brief, unintelligible remarks as they stood in a frozen circle. Their gazes turned towards the hulking structure in the center of the room. Bulky power transformers, cogitators, crates, and thought casters took up most of the space. Against their background, the structure in the center stood out oddly. The enormous lens mounted on a stand. It caught the thin sunbeams that made their way through the slits in the ceiling and crossed the half-lit room. The Lord Captain peered into the darkness enveloping them. Although barely visible behind closed ranks of the insurgents, the rusted barrels with evidently flammable contents had not escaped the Lord Captain's keen eye. One good shot at those barrels would decimate the number of heretics here on Rakard Minoris. The Lord Captain patiently observed what happened next. As if commanded by a grim, unseen force, the insurgents fell silent at once, and, in a single moment, parted. A thick, sticky silence filled the room. The heretics' gazes were turned towards metal structure, with the lens on top of it, standing tall in the middle of a circle of melting candles, piles of books, and unholy symbols, drawn on the floor. The structure flashed as a single sunray illuminated it. A sound of bare feet broke the sinister silence as a man emerged from the deep shadows, kneeling. He entered the circle and collapsed on his knees in front of the enormous lens. Not a second had passed before many rebel hands gripped the fallen man's shoulders and hair. Remember, comrade, the last sunray you behold will be yours only, shared with no one else. Your holy final dawn. Bellowed a lone heretic's voice amid a silent crowd. By the doing of someone's hand, the lens had turned, and its focused ray feasted on the prisoner's eyes. The blinded man's harrowing scream shook the very walls of this place. Consumed by the rite, the rebels had not yet noticed a stranger in their midst. The Lord Captain braced himself, and... I think it's too late for this man, unfortunately. Or I could destroy the warp lens. I'm gonna... Let's shoot the warp... Well... No, let's blow up... I'm gonna go with blowing up the fuel barrel. Well... Yeah, let's destroy the barrels. This will be a better than destroying the warp lens. We're gonna blow up these barrels here. My comrades, death will not stop the rise of a new sun. And that is how you start a battle. Okay, what are you gonna do? You are gonna rush in and attack me. Alright. Could be way worse, to be fair. Alright, well, we can't attack in melee with him in their way, so... We are gonna have to go for a cut here. And hope we get lucky.
I'll make it happen.
Okay, you managed to parry. Thankfully,
I won't stand for it.
I can surefire plan, make sure I get the, attack here.
Who, if not me?
Come on, get a hit. Damn. Alright, well, anointed cultist coming in hot, so I can't really do much. Okay, Vorg is getting hit a few times. Thankfully, he's got a bit of toughness to him, so it's not going to be... Oh, great. Alright, we got some blue horrors coming in now. Alright.
I'll see to it personally.
Seriously? These guys are really good at dodging. I think I should be fine here. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, no, these blue horrors are going to start coming in. Oh, they're hurting themselves from the smog. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Fire starting cultist. This is going to get interesting.
That's the temporary setback.
Okay. Well, I can start running here, I guess. I think that's going to be our best bet here.
I owe you a debt.
Yeah, no, we're going to need to run out of the way here. It's going to cause us to provoke, but that's fine. I think that's for the best.
Is in my second nature.
Oh, cool. Alright.
I'll make it happen.
We'll go for a run and gun just to get as much distance as we possibly can. And I think if I arm myself here, that's going to be as good as we're going to get.
It's as good as done.
And geez, that was a horrible amount of hits. Okay, I guess they're going for Pascal. Or they're going for a bit for Pascal.
I'll brush this off.
These are some dangerous cultists, though. Jeez. Oh. Yeah, Pascal's not gonna have a good time. He's gonna get harassed. But that's fine. I'm not looking for him to survive this. I'm just looking for him to... yeah. Take a blow. Oh, God. That's not fun. That's a chaos spawn. That's 160 HP worth of damage I gotta deal now. That's gonna be pain. Now, I could do this, actually. I could do a burst fire here. This would easily do what I need. In fact, I'm gonna do that. The las gun will cover the majority of the damage here. Is what I would say if I could actually hit. Alright, Pascal. Suffer. I guess. Yeah, Pascal's not gonna have a fun time. Although, now I think about it, they're gonna get a lot of... oh, never mind. No friendly fire here.
Don't you die on me now.
Oh, lightning. Lovely. Well, I can't complain. They've only just made it a little easier for me. Okay, Chaos Spawn is coming in. What are you gonna do? You're gonna attack me again. Okay. Yeah, I can get that, or I could get a burst. That is a 52 4 times. I mean, I'm gonna have to do it anyway, so
I'll make it happen.
let's do it.
You never stood a chance.
Alright.
It's as good as
Run
done.
and gun. And then I can do another set of blows here, I guess. Okay, I'm a bit of a pickle. I'm gonna use... yeah, let's use Surefire Plan here. This is gonna help out a little bit. Alright, we're gonna activate a barrage here and hope that's enough. That's about half. That's fine. Okay, things are getting spicy here. This is a fight and a half, to say the least. Gonna probably have to throw a grenade in the mix, but we'll see. Ow.
I'm still standing.
Yeah, that leader cultist is gonna be a nuisance. Ow. This is probably gonna be a death, I suspect. Yep. Figured. Oh, God. Good thing I saved beforehand. Otherwise, this would be hell. How am I gonna deal with this?
I know how to take
Well, I guess I can
risks.
speed through the conversation. It's no big deal. Let's see. I think what I need to do is destroy the warp lens, because that will prevent more dangerous beings from entering in. There we go.
But I will grant none.
I will level you.
Okay, we are given a little bit of freedom here, so I'm gonna mark up to here, I think. And we'll see how we fare. A lot of people are gonna start rushing over to me, I imagine. Pascal, we want you over in the corner here, so just stick you there. And let's see, we can target you, or we can go for the las gun here, and go for the burst there, which is 4. This is gonna have a 29 to hit, this is gonna have a 25. Now, is there a benefit to going closer? I don't know.
I don't need
I could
to
try.
look. I have strategy. I'll make it happen.
Let's see. Alright, this brings it up to a 46, so it's worth a shot.
See to it personally.
There we go. Alright, that's 1. And in fact, I can go into Revel and Slaughter here. There we go. Our accuracy with our ballistics is going to go through the roof now. I should probably swap over to a firearm here, which is not going to yield us much in the way of results. So I'm going to probably go into full cover here.
Don't let your guard down.
Yeah, let's go to full cover. Alright, if I do it this way, I might get a double hit off. Or if I go with this, I can hit something further. Alright, this is a 44s. Let's see. 47. Let's go for the 47 here.
Who, if not me?
Ah, well. We tried. Yeah, and this guy is gonna sack the... I guess... Yeah, no. Okay. Oh, the steam's coming in. Clutch. Nice. Yep, they're starting to attack each other, which is the convenient part of it. Alright, let's see. Well, if I swap to this, I can get a bunch of hits off. Alright, there's a bunch of percentages. I'm not sure if all of them will hit, but I'm sure as hell gonna try.
I'll make it happen.
There we go. Nice. Alright, I will activate the run and gun here. This is gonna hit a lot of people, or it's gonna try to anyways. And I will make sure it's gonna do well by activating Throw Fire Plan.
I'll make
and let's see.
Defense is a good offense.
There we go. And just to make sure we're not getting completely overwhelmed, we're gonna move back a bit.
Let's make some opportunities.
There we go. Nice try. Okay, they're gonna start approaching with malicious intent. Some of them are gonna die because of the steam. Oh god, another chaos spawn. Lovely. Well, not really, but jeez. Why is this guy getting summoned? Well, I mean, these guys are acting like they can get away with this. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're gonna move here. I can either go with this, which will give us a 6 to 8, or I can go for this, which will give us a 3 to 6, but 6 times. I can also do Surefire Plan here, which will increase it to 4 to 7. I think I'm gonna rely on the 60% chance with the las gun here, or las pistol rather. Yeah. There we go. Oh, seems like they whiffed that. Definitely gonna have to move now because this guy's getting a bit too close for my own tastes.
Mere pain won't stop me.
Should be fine otherwise. Yeah, these guys are, you know, getting... Yeah, this guy's getting a bit too close. Oh god. Yeah, very close. Ow. Alright. We're just gonna move right over here. And I think we're gonna nade these guys. Yeah, that sounds right. Alright, there we go. That's 3 of the enemies dealt with. We can activate Revel and Slaughter here, give us some more. And I guess we are going to go for run and gun here. And we will use this chance to fire literally anyone else. Let's see. I guess this guy is the easiest target. Do I want to use this, though? Not really. Alright, let's swap back to this, then. Wish I could target anybody else, but... Yeah, let's go for the Chaos Spawn. Starting to whittle him down is the best course of action we can get. Oh, hello. Ow. Okay, we're gonna need to get some healing in, but that's fine. We'll be relying heavily on people to block the way, but never mind. Pascal's getting a bit hurt, but that's fine. Okay. First, we are gonna go for a heal here.
Forget this.
There we go. I'm gonna activate Surefire Plan here. Goodness knows we're gonna need it here.
Taking calculated risk is my second nature.
Alright, we're gonna activate Firearm Mastery here. This is gonna give us some boosts, I do believe. Till the end of the soldier's turn. Their first attack against each new enemy automatically scores a crit. Oh, right, we reload as well. Well, let's see. We can either target the biggin. No, let's just target you. Why not?
Best defense is a good offense.
Here we go. Let's activate Surefire Plan just to make sure we got the evasion going. Here we go. Further we are, the better. Oh, they're starting to do electricity on them. Alright, cultists are going ham on Pascal now. Kind of expected, given the circumstances, but yeah. What are you gonna do? You are going to harass me, okay. Not a fan of that burning condition, but we can't really do much about it.
I've faced worse than this.
Okay, we are gonna... Yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to march over this direction? Yeah, we'll have to march over this direction.
I have strategy.
And run and gun will give us a bit of extra movement. Yeah, we're gonna move over to here. See, I can go for a grenade here if I really wanted to. And I'm half tempted to. Which I can't because of the X arrow. Let's actually activate concentrated fire here. This is probably gonna help us a bit. Or quite a bit, rather. There we go. See where you guys go. You go in there, okay. Ow.
Temporary setback.
Okay. Let's heal here.
I'll make sure to return the favor one day.
Let's move over to here. Alright, let's go for a singular accurate shot.
Another enemy down.
There we go. And thankfully, concentrated fire. Yeah, concentrated fire is fine. Can this stack, actually? I don't think this can stack, but I could try. Nah. Never mind. Oh, this guy's just gone and done a oopsie there. Okay, they are continuing to harass. Chaos Spawn is really trying to get at me. Oh god. Oh no. That's another chaos spawn. Why are they spawning? This is really weird. Huh. Is this normal? Okay. Alright, let's move over to here.
I'm ready for whatever comes.
And that's a 33. I could do a grenade here. Yeah, let's guarantee the kill with the grenade here. Here we go. Let's activate Revel and Slaughter. We will go for a run and gun here.
Don't let your guard
And let's see. Can I get a hit here? Yes, I can. It is a 40% chance. Might as well. There we go. Better than nothing. And we are down to 20 HP, and this is our last bit of healing that we got, so we're in a bit of a pickle now. And we got 2 Chaos Spawn that we gotta deal with, which is not fun. Alright, well there goes Pascal.
Don't you dare leave us now! I won't forget
That
this.
fire is really hurting us. If I go here, then I can deal with a few more. Okay. That's 45. Is this an... Does that count as an area attack? I would assume it does. Well, worth a shot. There we go, that's another kill. And that just leaves the leader of the cultists, essentially. And, of course, 2 Chaos Spawn, which I do not know how I'm going to deal with. Alright. Let's see. Well, if I go here, then I can't be affected by either of them, because I'll be a bit too far away. Yeah, because going by this length, they can't actually fit, so I'm going to be relying heavily on that. Alright, as for this, we deal 1 to 4 damage if we do this. It is a 66 to hit, that's not really going to cut it. We need a 4 to 5 here. Alright, well, let's do this.
You should have thought twice before crossing me.
Alright, let's nail this.
Who if not me?
And I think the fire is going to ruin us is the unfortunate bit.
Tell me of pain won't stop me.
Yeah.
I'll make it happen. Never stood a chance.
Alright, there we go. Then we get Revel and Slaughter here. And that makes 4 stacks, which is out of 100, which is impressive. And we are taking 4 damage, oh god. I don't think we'll have enough to deal with these guys. Alright. Given the circumstances, I'm probably not going to be able to actually... Oh, no, wait, the fire extinguished itself. Okay, so I do have potential here. Okay, well, I can target this guy now. It's just gonna take time to deal with these guys now. It's a time. It's a time thing. Well, I can work with that.
I'll see to it personally.
All right. Well, shouldn't be too hard. I guess I'll swap over to this because I mean, there's gonna be anything that we do with this. It's gonna be this. Concentrated fire is just going to double our damage, essentially.
You should have thought twice before crossing me.
Alright, there we go.
I'll make it happen. On it.
I'll swap over to the pistol here.
Who if not me?
There we go.
I'll make it happen.
Once again, swap over for concentrated fire. Okay. I guess we're reloading here. Yeah, it's just basically going to be a chain of attacks here at this point.
I'll see to it personally.
Yeah, no, if that fire didn't extinguish itself, I would have been in a whole lot more hurt.
On it.
There we go.
It's as good as done.
And there we go, that's one.
Another enemy down.
My god, I can't believe I've managed to do that. Alright, let's lure this guy out now. Okay, so we're gonna have to play it really careful here, because one wrong move and he's basically on us permanently. Or we're gonna be playing cat and mouse for a while anyways. Oh. Oh! I accidentally hit that. My mistake.
I'll see to it personally.
Let's move over here and turn off the steam, actually. There we go. Just in case we, you know, need it. Okay, thankfully he's not... Oh god, we don't have enough movement to get into there. Oh, nuts. Alright, we're gonna have to play Ring Around Rosie then. Dang it. Although that said... I think I can make this work.
I'll make it happen.
Alright, let's activate this. Let's move over here.
This could be an opportunity.
Alright. Well, as long as I'm careful, I don't need to worry too much.
Taking calculated risk is my second nature.
Okay, where are you going to go? You're going to go down, as expected. Reloading is free. Okay, we are going to move over to here.
I don't need luck. I have strategy.
Activate concentrated fire. I can't really throw a bullet in, so no point. Okay, you're going to march over this direction. Okay, you're going to make my life a little harder here. That's fine, because I can actually go here. And actually, Isn't this an area that's
It's
one
as
block
good as
wide?
done.
It actually is. I just barely got enough movement here to get into position where I can see the guy. Yeah, there we go, 33.
Not me.
Alright, let's see how we fare. That's fine. Okay, you can actually move. Okay, cool. And you know what? We might as well go over here to bait you into a better position.
I'll make it.
Because why not? Yeah, let's bait it over to here.
On it.
Oh, there goes the cultist there. Okay, how are you gonna move? You're gonna move all the way. Oh, you were really close. Okay. Is this the smartest plan? No, it really isn't. I might just move over a bit further, actually. Yeah, no, let's make it a run and gun.
Who, if not me?
Alright, we're going to
It's
revel
as
and
good as
slaughter
done.
again. Because apparently objects count as
Let's make some
fodder.
opportunities.
Convenient for us, at least.
I'll make it happen. Don't let your guard
Okay,
down.
let's run here. Apparently we got shut off the steam there.
On it.
So I'm
I won't
gonna...
compromise my principles.
Okay, chaos spawns halfway there. Okay. Let's move over to here.
Taking calculated risk is in my second
Shut off the
nature.
steam.
Who, if not me?
Lay in to the beast. There we go.
What's to come?
Please don't be... Okay, thank goodness. I'm not going to take that risk of getting hit.
I'll see to it personally.
So I'm just going to march across all the way over to here. Alright, patiently wait. Round 28, jeez. Alright, let's move over here. Let's lay in a barrage. I think I'm far enough that I should be fine.
Is a good offense.
Alright, what are you going to do? You're going to march all the way over, okay. And I could take the risk, but I do not want to.
Make it happen.
Alright, so I'm going to march all the way over to here. And in fact, just to be safe, I'm just going to march all the way here. And let's see how far you get. You get all the way to there. Okay, cool. We're just going to march over to here. And take a safe shot over from the distance. Done. Oh, God. As a one-man team, that is excruciatingly long, but it needed to be done.
I have a nose for profit. And
All
a
right.
taste for adventure.
Let's get a quick heal in.
I'll make sure to return the favor one day.
Alright, nice. And yeah, we're out of fragment grenades, and we are down to our last few healing kits. But it's this sort of thing that kept us alive, so I can't complain.
I always keep my options open.
Alright, we got some fire starter items. We got a heavy armor, which we are not going to be using. So we will always add these to cargo. We don't use a psychic staff to be on... we don't use the psychic staffs. So we're just going to always add that to cargo. We got a bit of a message from the... A message from the cache on Rykard Minoris. A dangerous enemy foiled his plans. The duty is now on Aurora followers to succeed where Twilight failed. Huh. Okay. And the boots, whenever a wearer kills 2 or more enemies with single attack, it doesn't spend all the wearer's MP. This is going to be pretty useless to us. But, hey, it's treasure. Never hurts. Alright, but we do get our next level because of this, and this is going to give us a talent and a characteristic boost. Okay, 3+ agility bonus, critical hit chance. It's doubled against enemies, which... Right now, it seems that we need more ability to hit, more than anything. If we can hit better, we're going to be better off. While at full wounds, the soldier has 10 ballistic skill and 2 movement points. This would certainly help with our accuracy lacking. This is going to help us in general, so we're going to want ballistic skill. Let's see, what else can we get? We are not going to be using Fortress, but it will be helpful in the future. Let's see. Second attack action in a turn deals 5+2 times agility bonus more damage to enemies. Second, Swift Slaughter is going to help stacking ballistic skill, which could work in hindsight. Alacrity. Each shot fired by the soldier grants them 1 agility until the end of their next turn. Not that good. What else could we go for? A bonus to parry would help, but I don't think that's going to be the go-to. Being nimble would actually be ideal here, because this would allow for a lot of dodging. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to force myself to go with nimble here, because that's just going to help us dodge. We can't go for ballistic skill, unfortunately, so the next best thing we can do is go for agility, I think. Yeah, we're going to need to go for agility, because this is also going to increase our dodge. And goodness knows we're going to need a lot of it for all coming attacks. But yeah, we're going to grab that. That's going to increase our dodge up to 85 with the nimble and boost to agility. And we're going to have to rely heavily on that. And hope like hell we're going to get more. But yeah, that is the fight there. And now we're going to actually get into a little bit of a puzzle. But before that, we are actually going to have to do some disarming here. Just a little bit.
Always get the job done.
Just enough to get rid of all these traps here, because there is a lot. I guess technically what we could have done is waited and disarmed these first, but yeah, whatever.
That's how it's done.
Yeah, because we could have gotten the experience necessary to level up with this, but that's fine.
Just as I planned.
Everything here is pretty easy to deal with.
Keep your wits about
Oh
you.
god. Of course, you gotta be careful of traps like that. But I digress.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
We have plenty of medkits to cover for
Rise
us,
to the
so
top
we
or
should be
get
fine.
left in the dust.
But yeah, it turns into a very different game when you're solo. If not for the fact of having a bunch of medkits and grenades, this would have been a lot worse.
I always have a backup plan.
Okay, but yeah, other than that, there is a few other things here. Oh right, we got an acolyte cultist here. Alright. Nothing but a pile of shards remain of a sinister lens that they've used to burn the eyes of devout cultists. As for our lore warp,
That's how it's done.
the ritual site is covered in ominous heretical symbols, each of which is unmistakably emanating the malevolent power of the warp. Okay.
Is there money to be made?
Alright, there is a door here, which leads us to the upperway. This way leads to the next zone, but we still got stuff to do here.
Open.
And in fact, there's a little bit more that we have to overcome before we're ready.
Just as I planned.
Alright. There is a bit of a secret here. Let's see. Abandon all your mundane fears. Ambition is but dust, desires but ruin. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Okay. Alright, we got a tech use here of 95. We're gonna save here just to be safe. You never know, it's a 5% chance. I assume it's gonna be fine.
I always get the job done.
We get 15 armor against warp damage. Now, for those of you who are going to be using the items around here, this is actually a really good item if you have a high armor value. It's best against psychers or dealing with warp damage in general, so Perils of the Warp are something that you will have to worry about as a psycher. Use that if you want to avoid any insta-kills, potentially, from your usage of the warp.
Success is the only outcome I
Alright.
accept.
Let's see. Again, Pascal's coming in. You know what? I hate doing this, but I'm gonna be relying on Pascal here. I would have gotten to check anyways, so... It just gives experience. I kind of need it. Alright, missives. Heed the word of Harbinger Aurora. It'd be revealed to you that enemies receive reinforcements. Ship is already in your system. Expect enemies here. Okay. Aurora Harbingers wishes you to know, comrades. He's heading to Navigator Station. Got time to prepare a warm welcome for the enemy. They set out for Riot Philia. We pray that comrades there manage to vanquish enemy on their own. When asked to anticipate the worst, do everything to make sure path ends on Riot Pandoris. Okay, so they've had plenty of time to prepare. Unfortunately, due to us just beaming around. But that's fine. No one's making it to the governor's hole, now that not that youngster or the ones supposed to meet. Okay. Yeah, no, a lot of things have been going on Rykard Minoris since we've been faffing around. Okay, a lock safe. This vault can be opened via the cogitator. All that remains is to figure out how to awaken the machine spirit. Alright. So the easiest way to do so is follow this instruction manual. But to give you a rough idea, you need to first start by powering the cogitator here. By a logic test.
Just as I planned.
From there, you need to move over to here to close the relay. I do believe.
I always get the job done.
From there, you need to move to this dampener, and we need to unlatch this. And finally, you need to go into well, first we need to go into Lore Imperium, I guess we can do.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
We need to distribute the supply of the motive force here.
Just as I planned.
Okay. And I think we need to do one more thing, and that is close the relay.
That's how it's done.
I think that's how you do it. I think I might have skipped a step. Hold on. Let's see. Supply power, make sure the relay is closed. Check the dampener. The supply must be correctly distributed and no case. Alright, let's reset this, because I might have guffed it a little bit. Yeah, no, it was, I did the wrong motive force here. My mistake. That machine just resets it. I roughly know what I need to do.
Success is the only outcome I accept. Let us not dawdle.
Alright, close the relay.
Just as I planned.
Appears to be correct. Everything appears to be correct. Then we go all the way to this one.
Keep your wits about you. I always get the job
There we
done.
go. And then we finally finish off with closing the relay.
Left in the dust.
There we go. And now we can unlock the safe by using a logic check, and boom.
The only outcome I accept.
In doing so, we basically just get a hand flamer and a stub carbine. It is just basically 20%, you know, cargo, which is gonna help with sales on items, but I digress. Okay, with that though, we are basically good to go. I think we can now go into the depths here. This is going to be probably one of the harder fights that we're going to be encountering. So let us get ready for this, because this is going to be one nasty fight, to say the least. Not going to be good in the slightest, but it needs to be done, otherwise we're just going to be in a pickle. Oh, we can collect this while we're at it, so might as well. Let's go. We are going into the Hive Sewers. And this is gonna be, a fight, to say the least. Out of everything, this is probably gonna be the biggest test of our abilities.
Let's not waste time with
So,
pleasantries.
yeah. Let's just brace for what's to come. Because it's not gonna be fun.
What do we have here?
Alright, we got a lore warp here.
Just as I planned. Always keep your eye on the prize.
Okay, that's 1 out of the 4.
What's a peculiar thing?
Alright, another lore.
That's how it's done.
Yeah, that's
I
another
always
one.
Keep my options open. This is intriguing.
I'm not going to lore warp him yet, but that is something worth noting.
What do we have here? Success is the only
There we
outcome
go.
I accept.
We get some more items here, nothing too crazy.
Keep your wits about you.
And so far, so good. Alright, let's finally do this. Okay. Alright, this is the final one. We're gonna save here. Yeah, no, there's no wounds on me, so that's good. Alright, let's save, and let's get ready for this fight. This is gonna be one hell of a fight, to say the least.
I always get the job done.
Hello.
Challenges make the spoils that much sweeter.
Yeah, so, this is gonna be one hell of a threat, so, be ready for it. Otherwise, he is going to take you out. We are going to want to get as much distance as possible here. And yeah. Ow. Okay, so he's reduced our reflection, and we're suffering some minuses to our skills. Ow.
It's a temporary setback.
Okay, we are going to go for a boost here. Let's actually use a running gun here. And yeah, no, let's march up to here specifically. So that way we can do a barrage here. Okay, that's not going to cut it. Okay. Let's do another. Alright, we killed that one. We can now move into the distance here, I guess. Get some cover. Pascal's just going to remain there. We're going to potentially get harassed here. Out. Alright, the rabbles are going to start getting involved. They're probably going to miss for the most part, but that's fine. We're going to be relying on them heavily, so that way we can actually deal with these threats, you know, as soon as we can. Yeah. The Herald is going to slowly start attacking and go from there. But yeah, no, they're going to start just doing their own thing. Not sure what this guy is going to do ultimately in the end, but we'll have to see. Okay, we can get a 60% off on this guy. I guess we'll try it. Ah, dang. We're going to throw in a surefire plan here. It's not going to allow us to move, though, which sucks, but that's fine. We'll go for concentrated fire just so we have it. And we're just going to post up here with Pascal. Let him be. Okay, they're going to start getting bonuses here with their attacks, which is going to suck. That said, these guys are going to start harassing the Herald. Oh god, okay. Hey, they're starting to clear up the shop. Nice. Oh, this guy's... Oh, did he? Where'd he go? I have no idea where that Herald went. Did he just run? Surely not. Yeah, no, he's right there. Okay, so he didn't run. Okay. It's a weird situation there. Alright, well, first and foremost, let's heal, because goodness knows we need it. Now, we can barrage these guys, so it's not like we don't have options. I'm gonna do just that. There we go. That guy's gonna attack me, as expected. Rabble Shooter is gonna go crazy. Alright, they're starting to deal with the Herald, which is good. Arguably, this is going to be a little bit of an easier fight now that things are going this way. Oh, Ethereal Flame. What the heck is that? Okay. Alright, we're gonna move over to here. We're gonna activate Rebel into Slaughter. And let's see, it's gonna be a 17 here. If I use Run and Gun, I can go a little bit further. Yeah, if I go here, then it's going to be easier for us to target this guy. Let's actually activate Surefire Plan so we get a bit dodge as well. Here we go. That was very close to being just a miss across the board. And I guess we'll just go for a passing shot there. Nothing really too crazy. Alright, there we go. And now the rabble shooters are going to cluster in and start attacking the heralds in mass. Yeah, and a lot of fodder is going to happen here. Oh. What are you going to do? You're going to do Ethereal Flame. Okay. Did not do a dang thing, though, beyond that. Okay, we're going to go for a heal, just so we're pumped up.
I'll make sure to return the favor one day.
Alright, we can barrage for a 2-3. I guess that's just going to be our best bet. At least until we get more ballistics with Revel and Slaughter. Yeah, no, he's gonna have a rough time. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, nope, here comes the rabble. They're gonna start rushing in. Oh, Manifest. Interesting. Oh. Oh, he's teleported, and now all of our enemies are at... all of our allies are now enemies. Okay, well, as you can see, most of these guys are going to be a bit of a problem. Thankfully, I do have a Surefire Plan, so I can boost our damage. I am going to activate Concentrated Fire here, so that way we got a bit of a better chance at taking them all out. There we go. Alright, I will... Yeah, I'm gonna move out of the way here. I'm then gonna Revel and Slaughter here. This is gonna give us more to do here. Pascal's gonna be a bit in there, okay. They're gonna start stabbing. Okay, the Herald's gonna start rushing in, trying to do something. I'll leave the Underhive rabble here to deal with them, while I focus on these two, and then focus on the Herald.
I don't need luck.
Okay.
I have strategy.
67. Okay. I think I can do that. Alright, there we go. That's one. We are down to our last bullet here, so what we're going to do is we're going to swap. We're going to do a run and gun here. That way we can get a 35 to hit, but it's still something. Alright, that's 6 shots. And we're going to swap back to our parry sword here, the officer chainsword. We'll go from there. And the Underhive rabble is going to deal with the fodder here. The rest are going to start marching up and focusing fire on the Herald. It's going to be nice. Oh, he ran. Okay, runs a Ethereal Flame, which does absolutely jack. We are going to reload here.
Not me.
Alright, we will then follow up with Concentrated Fire. Another Surefire Plan. And we can either go for the 4 to 6, or we can go for the 2 to 4. Yeah, that isn't much, is it? Well, this is 4 shots. Yeah, this is like... Yeah, this is 4 shots. 48, 60. It's got more accuracy. I'm gonna go with this. At least this is gonna hit half the time anyway, so... Bugger it. Alright, boys. Go on under hive units. Going for the shanking. Well, at least this is significantly better than what it could have been. Alright, let's activate this. Surefire plan. Let's make sure we're actually hitting him and nobody else. There we go. Let's actually run and gun here. And then we're actually going to go for a swing. Not that it really do anything, but you never know. Alright, these guys are going to start harassing. Alright, they're going to start getting in for the attacks. Dude's going to try and run, but to no avail. Ow. Okay, now that's fire. We are now melting. What is our current stats right now? We're currently suffering a horrible debuff from weapon skill. We are currently winded. Alright, he's warped out. Okay. So now we're dealing with a surplus of units who want to take us out now. Let's see how they fare. Alright, there goes one. Ow. Alright, Sick is gonna go for Pascal, I guess. Okay, I'm in a situation where these guys are gonna get really demolished, huh? Well, better them than me, huh? Sorry, buddies. Alright, we're gonna get Rebel and Slaughter.
I'll see to it personally.
Okay, we are gonna go for the... Let's go for this one, I guess. There we go. Alright, that's another one added to the roster of dead. This Herald is gonna start harassing Pascal, but he's not doing a dang thing. Alright, sorry, but it needs to be done. Alright, there we go. We've got firearm mastery now. I'm gonna hold out for the hold out there though. Let's see, what are you gonna do, Harold? You are just gonna keep dashing against him. Huh. Okay.
Let's make some opportunities.
Let's do this. Let's actually get a heal in while we're at it.
Oh, I won't forget this.
Okay, we can get a pierce shot, I guess. Not that we're gonna be Yeah, not that we're gonna hit it, obviously. Okay, yep. No, this guy is really just starting to be a nuisance, but other than that, we should be fine. Okay, because he's currently blocking, we can actually use him as the focus here. We are going to activate Firearm Mastery here. Sorry, Pascal. But damage demands I deal with him. Oh, sorry, Pascal, once again.
Don't let your guard down.
Alright. The Herald's gonna start marching up to me. Probably the slowest fight that we've ever been in, but, you know, that's just how it goes sometimes.
I am ready for whatever comes.
Okay, we're gonna activate Concentrated Fire here. Just gonna blast him. There we go. And now for the Herald, just go down. Oh, he blasts me once more, but that isn't gonna stop me from just doing that. And then we'll follow up with one more. And this should go for the kill, I think. There we go. Good. Alright, we've only just got this rabble shooter here, and then we're golden. Okay, we now have a Revelant Slaughter stack. Not that it's going to really do much for us. Can't really target him.
I don't need luck. I have strategy.
Okay, we're going to do this. We'll do another one.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
Boom. Nope, 50-50, failed. Alright, you're going at me.
I'll see to it personally.
Yep, there we go. Might as well just keep going. Why not?
Let's make some opportunities.
Okay, let's see how this fares. You're gonna march up. Alright, well, let's just march forward. Kaboom. Alright, there we go. And that is yet another fight dealt with. It took a lot of effort, but we managed to get all this rabble dealt with. And we got a hypnotizing pendant. When the wearer successfully hits with a single shot attack, the target suffers slowed until the target's next turn. If we were a primarily single-shot shooter, this would be the perfect item for us, but we are not. As naturally, we are a concentrated fire guy. The soldier's next burst attack will have its rate of fire doubled, but deal 25% less damage. All the shots will follow random trajectories. Okay. We don't need controlled shot because we don't have any allies that we're going to be using. Entrench is good if you're using run and gun because you can basically store charges, but even then... Yeah, you spend all your AP and MP and you gain 30% bonus to cover efficiency. This is good if you really want to get your defenses up in cover. The only reason I didn't take it is because Concentrated Fire is going to be really good. Let's see. Yeah, so some ranged weapons and through using special abilities of different... Yeah. I guess I really should research if ranged area attack counts as... Well, I guess no, burst does count as it. We're gonna go with rapid fire here because this is gonna double our rate of fire. It's gonna cause us to deal 25% less damage, but if we can double the output of damage that we're dealing, or double the amount of ammunition we are burning through, it's gonna be better for us. So we're going to go with that, and let's see, what are we good at currently? Out of everything, the weakest thing that we have is athletics, I think? And carouse. So we could try to increase carouse at some point. For now, though, athletics is probably going to be the go-to here. Yeah, we're going to increase athletics. Alright, there we go. Rapid fire and athletics are going to be our next choice here for level up. We are going to need to find a area to increase our carouse, but other than that, we should be fine.
I have a nose for profit and a taste
but
for
I
adventure.
digress. Given that we... let's go for type in descending order, just so we are aware of what we got. Considering we don't have anything else, I think the hypnotizing pendant is going to be helpful to us right now. So we're going to grab that. We don't have another ring slot, so we won't be able to get that done, but that's fine. We're doing plenty well as it is right now, so we should manage in due time. So for now, let's grab what we can here.
Is there money to be made?
It doesn't appear that there's anything beyond what we've taken out, so yeah. I guess that is it. The Daemon didn't have... Oh, nope. There's one rabble shooter here we can loot. Quickly grab that.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Oh yeah, I think that's that. Pascal is looking at a bad injury, but, you know, I'm not going to bother with him. He can have the injuries. He's going to heal back up once he gets on the ship, so I'm not going to bother. As long as it's me primarily doing most of the checks, we're basically golden. Alright, but yeah, no, once I get back, I can... Well, once I return to the upperway, I can kick him out of the party, hopefully, and I won't need to worry about him any longer. Although, worst case, actually, what I can do... I completely forgot I had this, but I do have... I mentioned this earlier on in the game, I do believe. But yeah, so let me first get this out of the way. So the warehouse has a way to the western side of the map. There's nothing else there, so it just takes us over to this part of the map, which is another zone we can go to. So what I can do is I talked about me having a specific ability or system. So, if I hit Control 10, you guys are going to get to see the mod manager. And as you can see, I have one particular thing called Toybox. I wasn't expecting to use this, but, you know, might as well. But here's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to force Pascal down to level 1, which will, in turn, get rid of anything that would actually boost his abilities. So if I go into... Yeah, party... I'm trying to recall. I guess I can unrecruit him. There we go. And he will be gone from my group, so I don't need to worry about him anymore. So what I'll probably do is I will unrecruit certain allies in certain circumstances, but if they are important to a story, I will leave them alone. But that'll be my way of getting rid of them, I guess, until I, you know... I'll try and level them all to level 1, if I can. And that way I don't have to worry about them using skill checks and all that, but yeah.
I always have a backup plan.
Can't really avoid certain circumstances, but that's just how it goes, right?
What a peculiar thing.
Ah, demolitions. Okay, so there is something here. Let's go check
Keep
this
your
out.
wits about you. This is
Oh.
intriguing.
Oh boy. But yeah, no,
What do we have
Toybox is
here?
basically like a system. It's a system to help. It's basically a cheat sheet. I'm not going to be using it for any purposes other than to avoid glitches or follow the rules of the challenge. So, I just forgot it was there, but it is something that I will use if I need it to get around certain glitches. Because this game does have them, I can't really avoid them.
That's how it's done.
It's just one of those things you just have to overcome with creative methods. But overall, as long as I'm doing this solo as much as I
This could be
can,
an opportunity.
I will. And if I'm
Just
lucky, I
as
could
I
probably get
planned.
away with it in most instances. We'll have to see.
Success is the only outcome I accept. I always get the job done.
Alright, this man is
That's how it's done.
looking dead, to say the least, so I might as well just take his stuff.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Clearly oblivious to your presence, the soldier mutters incoherently and does not react to anything around him. I see. Okay, so he's
Rise
not
to
even...
the top, or get
He's
left
not
in the
even
dust.
cognizant of what's going on here. Alright.
This is intriguing.
Okay, we got a ancient Terra monocle. You get the wearer's lore Imperium test depend on fellowship instead of intelligence, and gain a +3 bonus. This is good if you're trying to go a fellowship route, but it's not my go-to. Now there is something here, but I'm gonna hold off on going there just a moment. Just to peruse the area for loot, as you know. And this is the mechanical door that leads to lower levels of the upperway.
I always get the job
So
done.
there we go. That's another skill
Always
check
keep
that we
your eye
can
on the
get done.
prize.
So if you're looking to go into the lower levels, that is another way you can go. It's basically leading to that specific door that we saw earlier. And there's a bunch of flyers, which talks about fighting heresy. Alright, we're gonna save here. And I guess we're gonna march over to the part over north. Hold on, let me see what I got currently. I think I'm actually gonna swap to the las gun. As much as I love the auto gun, or at least like the auto gun, it's not gonna be enough damage. The rate of fire here, yeah, the damage is gonna fit. Yeah, you get like 18 damage minimum with the auto gun if you hit all. The las gun is gonna hit the same, or rather, it's gonna hit 24 minimum. So yeah, no, the las gun's actually better here, or the well-maintained one, anyways.
I always have a backup plan.
All right, let's go see this. Some 10 people, children among them, are huddling together in fear. You see, half of them have black holes where their eyes used to be. Some maintain a gloomy silence. Others are wailing. Several armed insurgents are carefully watching over the terrified hostages, snapping every now and then at someone for shaking too much or crying too loudly. Come to your senses, Arl... or rather... I think that's a woman? My bad. Come to your senses, Arnold. Look at what you're doing to your own family. A woman, around 60, gray-haired but still young, is kneeling before a stocky man with a thick, pure white beard, stretching her arms towards him. Take pity on us. Let us go. Stop talking nonsense and embrace redemption. Our children have gained true sight while you still believe the lie. Upon seeing you, the man points his weapon at you. The other insurgents do the same. Who are you and why are you here? Are all these people your family? All of my adopted and blood children are here. I raised them all as my own, and now I must protect them. Help them see. What are you trying to save them from? And who's behind all of this? At Aurora's behest. Aurora is a great prophet and a great warrior. Their face is shrouded, but their gaze pierces the veil of time and sees into the future. I always knew the governor's dogs were hiding the truth from us, and now the day has come. A prophet has come to Rykard Minoris and opened our eyes. The end of the world is coming, the final dawn, and only it, or only those who accept Aurora's truth will survive it. Now, tell me, who are you and what are you doing to these unfortunates? I'm the chief. My former name, Arnold, is meaningless now. I am the father leading his family to deliverance from woes, to salvation. Aurora has opened my eyes to the truth, and my children will see it. Harold, spare us, spare your children. What you are doing is no salvation. Stop taking your fear out on the innocent. It will neither ease your suffering nor rid you of fear. But all I wanted to save, The man drops his weapon and covers his face with his hands in desperation. You hear several short sobs. There's no washing the blood on your hands, but you could at least let it go, Harold. The ones you haven't mutilated yet. The old man gestures to the other insurgents, who lower their weapons. Then he shifts his gaze to you, trying to hold back tears. What happens to us now? Your family may go, and so may you. Make sure I do not ever see you again. The hostages begin to leave, and soon the group disappears around one of the bends. The old man looks away from them and walks the opposite direction. His shoulders shake with sobs every now and again. Alright, and with that, I think we've leveled up yet again, which is pretty good. That's going to help us quite a bit. Yep, there we go. We leveled up. And in doing so, we get a boost to either perception or strength. Naturally, we're going to want perception, because this is going to reduce the enemy's dodge chance against us. So it's basically the equivalent of us getting agility, so might as well. Perception also helps with awareness as well, so that's going to be nice. Alright, we get another feat. We can use this chance to get Dueling Mastery, because this will increase our parry chance. Which, against certain enemies, is going to be really nice. We could also get Combat Master, because that way we can avoid most melee units, but I'm going to avoid it, because we can most certainly get other things. As for the weapon of choice that we're going to be going for, I am heavily tempted to get heavy weapon proficiency, but for now, I think what I really need right now, I'm going to look around to see what I got. I am going to need power armor proficiency in the future, but that's going to be way into the future, so I will need to invest into getting strength. But other than that, I should be fine. Let's see. The bonus damage of Surefire Plan is increased by weapon skill. 1 second. Okay, apologies, I am now back. The only thing with Killing Plan and the weapon skill bonus is that it's not that great. I could get the Escape Plan, though. Escape Plan is 2 times my agility bonus, which will kind of scale. The bonus from dodge and parry is increased. I think I want contingency plan. At the start of their turn, if the Crime Lord has no stacks of Surefire Plan, they gain 1 stack. This is going to make sure we have a point to use every single turn, because we're going to be using them a lot, I feel. Of course, we could just leave it alone. There's no real reason that we need it. In fact, let me actually check. Hold on. Yeah, let's close the interface. Let's see. What do we get? We get a... It's based off our perception for the most part, which is fine. And intelligence if we're using a non-damaging ability, which we are never... Well... It's using on an enemy. Okay. Yeah, so this is going to be useless to us, but these two are going to be important because they rely heavily on perception. So, yeah, we're going to deal 15% more damage, or we're going to get 15% more dodge and parry if we level up. So, it's a pretty good buff, and it will help us with our dodge. So, this might be our way to go. This is going to give us 15. And we really need to decide whether we're going to be using that or something else. Let's see. I could boost up my agility here. I could boost up my ballistics to get another bonus in it. What else could I grab? Not really much. So... Yeah, no, let's go for it. Because this is going to boost up everything overall. Contingency, or do we go with something else? Escape plan is probably going to be our go-to here. Because this is going to increase it by a boost of... Well, once we get more agility, we can actually boost it by more, but... This is going to be a 8% bonus boost, I do believe. Dodging or parrying at least 1 attack by the start of the next round restores 1 stack. Okay, so this is actually going to give us more stacks, essentially. Okay, and Killing Plan will give us more stacks as well. But yes, we're going to start with Escape Plan because this is going to help with survival. Given we're going to be the only one being targeted, after all. Alright, we're going with Escape Plan. It's going to give us even more chances to survive, so might as well.
Is there money to be made?
Okay, we got a bit of an item here. We're going to disarm this first.
Just as I planned.
Alright, the item that in question is down there, so we will have to go grab it.
That's how it's done. Keep your wits about you.
Okay. So far, so good. Alright, yep, we're just gonna go down here.
Keep my options open.
Let's see. All-purpose synth fodder. Okay. There is nothing over here, I do believe.
Always
yep.
Keep your eye on the prize.
As predicted. And now we just go to this bag here, and we'll grab the items here, and we will continue. Now there's going to be something new here, I do believe, and it's going to be a really nice addition.
Left in the dust.
But yeah, we're going to go over here. This is going to allow for us to grab this. There we go. Done and done. And with that, we can go to the command center. Alright. Now we can talk with the governor. Just appears that there's going to be a lot of stuff here. And now we can walk over to here. Thankfully, it seems like everything's in order for the most part, so that's good. We're going to save right here. And let's go have a word with everybody here. Why not, right?
Is there money to be made?
Okay, the chat's going here. Okay. This cogitator looks a lot older and more worn than the ones next to it. However, it has evidently been well cared for. Numerous parts have been replaced. Not a single key is jammed, and the fresh seals with prayers to the Omnissiah adorn its surface. One of the side panels have been removed. Bundles of gold-notched cables run from the inside into a small data crypt that was connected only a short while ago. The screen reads, awaiting access code. Well, let's force it open. You have bypassed security layers. The cogitator is ready to reveal its secrets. Sacred Computation 782. Archives of every augur in Rykar Minoris and 2 primate satellites have been queried. Said satellites are named Magos Maruf and Zerhi the Keen, after 2 great champions of faith, whose external cogitators were placed inside the satellite cores after their shells perished. The purpose of these sacred computations, requested by Logists, is to uncover the external influence behind the ongoing insurgency. Computation result positive. Multiple instances of interference and malfunction detected, suggesting the ship moving across the system deliberately blinded Sacred Augur's eyes. Okay. The insurrection on the planet has been long in the making, with the participation of external actors. Aurora arrived in the Rykard system, the rumored unholy prophet of the insurgents. Okay, final entry cuts off abruptly. Recent observation. Satellites Magos Vorg reports the ship has translated into system. Its signatures consist of the records of the flagship of the Rotator Dynasty House on Valencius. Okay. Ship is drifting near has hurriedly sped away. The satellites... A ship drifting nearby had hurriedly sped away. The ship had sent an encrypted Vox transmission to the insurgent control areas. Okay. Brother Twilight. Okay, so he's gone. There's 2 ships that have been here, so... I guess somebody left. I think, anyways. Investigated. Planet site coordinates marked as heavy augur station jamming, possibly a hidden insurgent base. Okay. So there's even another area there. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Alright, let's talk with the governor. Oh, 1 second. Okay, apologies. So a situation has brewed. Apparently, I've got to end stream as soon as I get another call. But what I'll do is I will, continue streaming until I am told to stop, and then I will come back once I'm finished with all, daily chores and all that. But I digress. The tall, dark-skinned man turns towards you and greets you in a curt military manner. Pascal and Governor of the Star System, welcome to my temporary headquarters. The governor's expression changes drastically when he sees Cassia. Lady Navigator, what an honor. Never thought that House Orcelia would grace our world with a visit. I only wish I could have received you under different circumstances. I'm not seeing a convoy I'd sent to meet you. What happened? Did they fail to find an escort to you? If that's so, I promise Their punishment will be swift and severe. So yeah, there's a bit of bugs, as you can see, for going alone. The convoy was ambushed and massacred. The only surviving soldier turned out to be a traitor, and was personally executed by me. That is an outrage. I will have the personnel vetting procedure changed immediately. The slightest suspicion will be grounds for arrest. Your Lordship, before we proceed with discussing the matters that are of interest to you, there's a question I feel compelled to ask. It was only recently that Lady Theodora was the head of House von Valentius. I have received no word of her demise. How is it that you are now the rogue trader? My esteemed predecessor died at the hands of cultists. May the Emperor incinerate their souls. The governor frowns, and a deep shadow falls over his face. Rogue trader von Valentius, slain. Unthinkable. Please accept my deepest and most sincere condolences, your lordship. Do not hesitate to let me know how I might be of help. I do need a fresh crew to replace those killed in the attack on my ship, and I need material compensation. The governor bows his head in acceptance. Of course, your lordship. You will be compensated for any losses, and I'll see it personally that your ship's hold is filled with the finest goods from my personal reserves. I can offer you several thousand fine, obedient slaves. However, I'm sad to inform you that... well, servants, rather. However, I'm sad to inform you that I won't be able to do it until we've dealt with the insurgency on the planet. I'm sure you won't have long to wait. The rabble will soon be duly punished for their heretical scheming. Are you so confident that you will crush the insurrection soon? My own impression has been the exact opposite. Is that so? I'd like to hear your reasoning. Well, the insurgency is headed by a certain Aurora, a prophet who, according to their followers, can possess mystical powers. Oh, the rabble's usual suspicions. I'm sure Aurora is a charlatan muttering some deroggle. The insurgents talk of the final dawn, the impending demise of the world. Yet another superstition. Surely you don't... The insurgents managed to steal a Voxcaster. They've been listening to your people's communications. It's not much, but it's something. I will order an audit of our equipment and see... The insurgents are using the Archenemy's artifacts, enchanted lenses, to perform unholy sorcery. I've heard about these lenses. What makes you think they're enchanted? Any fool can light a fire with a magnifying glass. That's no... You ought to leave your bunker more often, Governor Medea. I've only recently arrived in this system, and I've already know so much more about the uprising than you do. The governor's eyes darken, but your unwavering gaze makes him give in. Alright. Perhaps I've underestimated the mutiny, writing it off as the rabble's usual nonsense. However, if it does involve corruption to an underground cult, this needs to be investigated. I'll assign additional resources to it and take the issue seriously. You have my word, your lordship. I do wish to commend the courage of one of your officers, Sergeant Malgar. He and his soldiers valiantly defended a starport. The sergeant who managed to impress a person of such noble standing will be recommended for decoration. My kinsman, Kunrad Vukvir von Valentius, has betrayed our dynasty and the Imperium. If he is hiding in the system, I want him handed over to me. Vukvir is a traitor? Why, any family, however noble, has an unworthy sign or two. Naturally, we will surrender him should we find him within my jurisdiction. Unfortunately, I have no information regarding his location. However, we have a cogitator here at the command center. It's connected to a data crypt from Locus Able system. It aggregated all the Lex Mechanic reports. Unfortunately, the access prayer to it is unknown to me. If you manage to convince the stubborn machine, you might learn something about Kunrad's movements. At hazard, he fled from you on a ship, not a pair of wings. Heinrich van Kalox, an interrogator of Most Holy Inquisition, is operating in your system. Do you know where he is? The governor lowers his voice. I do. Master von Kalox has left for the hallowed electrodynamic Sinobria. It's an ancient monastery of the Adeptus Mechanicus. I don't know what his objectives are. Needless to say, insurgent activity has been observed in the monastery's vicinity. But I suppose that's too petty of a problem for an ancient of the Most Holy Inquisition. Besides, I've already sent a small detachment of reinforcements there. The weapon of the insurgents were used to shoot down shuttles over the city has been destroyed. Now nothing is preventing you from returning to your ship. If you wish to find Master von Kalox, you should go to the Sneorium of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Alright, and now we can talk with the tech priest here. The painfully thin tech priest turns sharply towards you. His sudden movement makes his chromed augments briefly clang. His gray's eyes set under furrowed brows almost blend in the pale skin of his face, and he levels you with a heavy, dour stare. Identification, Log Eunice Quartz Crane. Official trade representative of the Explorer Cognizant Fleet. The unit supervises supply routes of the Riot system, ensures the security of the combat arsenal, performs commercial transactions, and secures mutually beneficial contracts. Unit Quartz Crane requests permission to transfer information. The rope trader possesses a supreme degree of power, potential to influence the current leadership, the ability to restore order in the Riot system. Permission to transfer information granted. What do you wish to tell me? The tech priest says sharply and curtly, haphazard and careless decisions on the part of Riot Minor's governor has led to unacceptable consequences. Communication with the Adeptus Mechanicus Sanctum has been lost. Troops must be sent to hallowed electrodynamic Cenebrium without delay. Restoring communication with the Electro Priests and ensuring the Sanctum's security are of the top priorities. You are the head of the Rogue Trainer dynasty. Your position enables you to exert influence. The tech priest paused for a moment, and pressure the subjects of the Imperium. Unit Quartz Crane requests assistance. The action of Governor Ricardo must be influenced. Demand that troops be sent to the holy monastery of the Adeptus Mechanicus. What will I get in return for my help? Tech priest stares at you without blinking. Awareness of the fact that the road trader did not stand aside and has influenced the future of the hallowed words, including the possibility rescue of the most holy Electro Priests. Unit's Quorum Crane can promise no more. Fine. I will discuss it with the governor. Unit Quartz Crane is grateful. The rogue trader is highly likely to successfully influence the future actions of the local authorities. You're an explorator, aren't you? What are you doing here? Retrieving archive data. Over 70 Terran years ago, the governor of Riot Minoris and authorized representatives of the Explorator Cognizant Fleet made an agreement. Its goal was mutual benefit through cooperation. Unit Logos Quartz Crane is the fleet's appointed trade agent. The unit is responsible for maintenance of the arsenal and the combat machinery. What is the Cognizant Fleet doing in Riot system? The Cognizant Fleet's presence in the Riot system is negligible. Its research activities in the system have been concluded. A limited presence is maintained for the purposes of logistical support. Fulfillment of vows to maintain the Omnissiah's creations. Spiritual oversight. Alright, and with that we get our reputation with the Explorators. Naturally, we want to give them as many kits as possible here, so I'm gonna pass them as many trophies as I can muster here. So holy gifts are going to be the go-to. That's going to give us 1. We want to get up to 3, so that is what I'm going to be aiming for here. Okay. appears that we've ran out there, so we want to give them ship components and Mechanicus creations. Okay. We'll take this out. There we go. That's going to give us 2,000. Alright, this is another heretic trophy. There we go. That's going to give us 200. Alright, one more. There we go. We'll take out the Mechanicus. There we go. And that's going to give us +3. This is going to give us enough to get those. We can go as far as to +4 here, so I'm going to actually do that. I guess the best thing we can do is go Mechanicus creations here. We can do a holy gift here. Can we do another? No, but we can certainly do other things. Alright, Mechanicus creation 1. We can do ship components. Mechanicus creation. Oh, we already got that, so yeah, that's adding that. And here we go, ship components. Boom. Alright, we're now at rank 4. We can now buy everything except for the Carapace armor, but we will get that soon. So we're just going to buy everything. When a wearer kills a target with an exploit using a single or dead-eye shot, the nearest enemy immediately gains 1 exploit. We don't need that, as far as I'm concerned. This is good if you got Psi training, because this increases your dodge, so definitely worth considering. 5 frag grenades is always going to be nice. A Mazoa pattern bolt pistol. This is a very tempting buy, because this is going to give us quite a bit of blasts. Stabilizing bracers. Whenever we use run and gun, we gain agility divided by 2 bonus damage on ranged attacks. Tempting. We got a modified bolter here, which gives 14 ammo, rate of fire 4, range 12, so it's got range boost. We got 10 extra medkits. Plasma pistol is always going to be nice. Not that we're going to be using it, I don't think, but it's worth noting. First aid manual. Using medkits cost 1 less AP. This is going to be really good for us. Gas cloud grenade, Needle ring. This is going to cause us to deal a poison shot. Modified lasgun, that is 5 to 12 damage. It is slightly more volatile than the well-maintained lasgun, but otherwise it's basically the same. The only difference is the damage, and the armor pen is actually way better here. And we got metronome. As long as we don't spend MP, which we are always doing in most instances. Alright, so given the circumstances, we are going to want to go with the first aid manual here, I think. This is just going to help us a lot more. Right now, stabilizing brace, or the sniper gloves, the sniper gloves aren't going to be doing a lot. The only thing that it's really doing is it's giving us more crit chance to our single shots and dead-eye shots. Let's see. Stalker gloves is tempting, but I don't think I'm going to go for them. I guess the stabilizing bracers is going to be better here. Or could be, I don't know. I'm going to keep with the sniper gloves, because at the very least with ballistics... with the critical damage, it's going to increase that, I think. So what will end up happening is eventually the damage will just outpace itself. But regardless, we are going to equip the modified lasgun. This is going to give us even more. Yeah, that's a 5 to 12 damage boost. And you know what? I'm going to do something better. I'm going to do that, so that way we can get the precise last missile here. And I think that's how we want to do it until we decide on a different weapon, but for now, this is going to be our setup. We are going to need higher points, but for now, yeah, the modified lasgun is going to really help us out. We'll wear this like this for now. We'll go from there. Alright. But yeah, this is going to deal more damage, arguably than well-maintained. We'll add this to cargo. Modified bolter versus bolter. What is the difference here, actually? Hold on. Let's see. This deals 7 to 12 damage. This deals 9 to 14. Okay, so this is weaker damage-wise. But it has a... Oh, it has one more rate of fire. That would explain it. Okay. Although, that said, the modified lasgun is still better in more instances, which is interesting.
To the top, or get left in the dust.
Alright, well, with that, we can now return to the void ship, or go to the... Yeah, no, we're going to return to the void ship. And we want to get ready. Because we now have another area on the planet to explore. We can also go to Ricard Majoris here, which I am going to do real quick. And we will address that. Okay. Augurs notice a large object among the lifeless rocks covering the planet. A void ship, whose signature and origin are impossible to identify from orbit, is resting on the edge of a deep ravine. The hull of the unidentified vessel is severely damaged, rocks around it shattered by the force of the gigantic machine's crash landing. The Augurs haven't detected any vital signs aboard or near the vessel. Let us send a squad to the planet to explore the void ship. The landing party reports via Vox soon as they touch down. The colossal void ship before them is covered with spikes. It resembles a morbid beast sculpted from darkness itself, menacingly hanging over the ravine. An experienced veteran accurately determines the origin of the unholy vessel. It belongs to the Xenos race called Drakari. Ready to collapse at any moment, the void ship emits a long, woefully creak, as if promising to drag it along into the abyss below any who dares to disturb its slumber. Let's find out what they were doing here. After 2 watches... Oh, 1 second. That's probably the call. Yep, that is exactly what it is, so I'm gonna have to speed through this. I'm just gonna... Basically, we get a bunch of stuff for it. That's all it is. Yeah, we get shatter shards, and we get a piercing splinter cannon, and an assortment of items. Basically a bunch of items, and that's it. Okay, I'm gonna save here. And I'm going to wrap it up for now. But I will return, I will return in like a few hours just to finish off like 1 or 2 more hours of this. But I digress. I am going to wrap it up here, and I will see you guys in a bit. Take care. Alright. Hey guys, welcome back. So, a bit of a situation cropped up when I was going through my setup and everything. So... The biggest thing that I noticed, when I was, well, I guess for those of you on YouTube, you won't know this, but for those of you on Twitch, you would have seen the VOD. But essentially, apparently by deleting Pascal, we lost all his content, which means we effectively kicked him from the party, which is not good. So we want to keep him available, but I will be doing one thing that is going to change the game to a certain degree. So, as you know, I have Toybox enabled. I'm going to be doing one particular thing for the party here. And we are just going to select respec from 0. And we are going to take everybody to 0, essentially. And that is going to be our way of making sure everybody's, you know, at their lowest. Alright, there we go. Argenta is going to be 0. We are going to respect Idera. And then finally, we are going to go respect Abelar. There we go. Now everybody is at their lowest level. And that is something we are going to have to live with, essentially. Of course, there are certain people who are much better at certain things than others. I will be at least giving them the operative level. Well, you know what? No, I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to keep everybody at level 0 for the sake of the run. And that is just going to be convenient for us because it's going to allow us to be a little bit ahead of the game when it comes to tech stuff. I'm going to take out the Holy Vestment because that's going to keep us increased there. But overall, we just have to make sure we got a higher stat bonus than everybody else. Essentially. Other than that, we should be fine for the most part. Everything is in order to some extent. We just have to make sure our stats are overbearing in all aspects, and, yeah. The only difference besides that I think you missed is that I'm, level 13. Because there's a few points in where I got experience. I don't think you missed much, but just so we go over anything I missed. We did manage to get this, a piercing splinter cannon from the planet. Toxic damage. A key thing about this you should know before you train into it, is that this does not work on daemons. So always have a fallback, such as a modified lasgun or anything of that nature, because that is going to do you immense wonders. The alternative is obviously going for something else, but I digress. Regardless, we are going to go back to Rykad Minoris, because we now have a new objective. We are going to be going to the Electrodynamics Snobrium. And we're going to take off everybody except for Pascal, because he is a required unit. And essentially, we're going to have everybody at level 0. This is going to be a personal choice more than anything. It won't really affect too much on our ship. But yes, this is how we're going to, keep things balanced. It's not going to help our ship stuff any. But hey, it's better than nothing.
I will lead us to fortune.
But yeah, no, Pascal is just going to remain at level 0. We're going to save here. And worst case, if I absolutely need to, I will get levels on them. Or at least try to.
That's how it's done.
Alright, judging by okay, they were the same wardens the governor sent to the monastery's aid.
Keep your
Okay.
wits about you.
Lore Imperium.
I always get the job done.
The pieces and molten at the edges, the statues were destroyed by fire from multi-laser cannon. Okay. We got an athletics here, which is going to be interesting. Let's see how we fare. Alright, let's pop this down.
Just as I planned.
Alright, goods. We've got grenade and medkit. Collect that.
Is there money to be made?
And we got a few other things around, I'm sure. Another Lore Imperium. I'll save here because we did make multiple 90% checks. Might as well check to make sure we're continuing that trend.
That's how it's done.
Yep, there we go.
Always keep
Nice.
your eye on the prize.
Hello, hello. Now, I should probably explain a little bit on why I wanted to redo all of that. So the reason I wanted to redo all of that is because I do still want you guys to experience all the side quests that the party does experience.
I always have a backup
So
plan.
there is some things that I will do in certain playthroughs. There is some things I will avoid in others. But essentially, I'm going to be focusing on keeping
Let us
certain
not
people
dawdle.
alive and keeping and taking out certain people that I deem are unworthy of being in the group. So there are going to be some, groupies that we are going to be killing. So just be aware of that. There are some people that will live, some people that will die. Regardless, let's open the gate and let's see. Go ahead, Pascal. But yeah, without Pascal, we won't be able to open the door, which would ultimately lead into a soft lock, which is the core reason why I need Pascal back. Because without him, we're basically buggered. All the same, we will make do. Alright. Alright, Pascal, you can wait over here.
Fortune favor the bold.
And let's explore with Vorg. Let's
Keep
see
your
what we
wits
find.
about you.
Mercifully quick electric shock. Wire junctions.
Is there money to be made?
Killed from a hit to the back from some kind of electric weapon. Interesting. Alright, and now we're going to get into something more interesting. Assuming I get the spot check. Okay, I got the spot check here. There's something here, but it doesn't seem like I've managed to perceive it. Which
I always keep
sucks.
my options open.
Maybe I need, I might need Pascal here. Just to help perceive it. Nope. Okay, so I've failed the perception check, but there is something that we need to find there. And it is vital that we do so. Otherwise, we're in a bit of a pickle. But yeah, no, there is certain checks that we do need to pass in order to find certain things. And having a high perception is going to help find those sorts of things. Without it, we're kind of
Let us
buggered.
not dawdle.
Okay.
What a peculiar thing.
Okay, so I won't find it this playthrough. That sucks. Alright, well. I guess we'll have to look around later, but for now, I guess we are out that. Alright, let's save here, I guess. And let's continue on. We just need to get across from here, and then we should be good. Although, this is going to get really dangerous real quick, so let's get ready for the worst.
Top or get left in the dust.
It seems I managed to avoid it for the most part, so that's good.
Keep your wits
Alright,
about
a
you.
data altar of the sacred analysis. We can use a tech use here.
I always get the job done.
Grab that. Alright. The Cogitator's green screen lights up as you approach it, and displays the flashing message. Ilgrim, only the words of the first Galvanic hymn will reveal to you the gifts hidden behind the veil of knowledge. Now chant with me. Let us sing this canticle to... The device keyboard lights up, clearly expecting you to enter the rest of the verse. Pascal, kind of remind me how the hymn goes. Pascal lets out a noisy groan as if clearing his throat, but then stops abruptly. After a brief pause, he averts his gaze and says in a rasping voice, "It is not known to me. Only high-ranking servants at shrines of energetic prosperity are permitted to perform the first galvanic hymn." Okay, so we're gonna hold off here. There is 2 paths to this, I do recall. I feel like I remember, but there's 2 steps that you need to go through. I think it's... I think it's 2. Verse 2 calls to you, pilgrim. Let us fill our souls with gratitude to... I think I buggered it, but I'm gonna go with 5. Now finish this prayer, pilgrim. May the unity of the sacred charge's power... Yeah, no, I think I buggered it. Ah, yeah, no, I buggered it. Oh. A solemn binaric trill comes from the cogitator. Verily so. A pilgrim who has learned our ways is worthy of the gifts of the enlightened. Oh, lovely. Well, hey, I managed to get into it in the end. Pinpointing visor. 15 crit chance to range attacks against enemies with less than 50 wounds left. That is really good if you're going a crit build. There is the arc rifle, which is an interesting tool. I don't think we're going to be using it this playthrough, so we don't need to worry too much about that. If we want crit chance, then the goggles are the way to go. It would be arguably a little better than what we got currently. What I will do is I will get a first aid kit here. And let's see, do I want the thing? Right now, Lord Imperium Commerce, yeah, it's not as good. But still, it's worth noting. Okay, we are going to be in a bit of a situation here. Let's see. Oh, I see, this is a head item. Okay, right now, I think the hit chance and critical hit are key. So we are going to keep with that. We're going to save here, because this is going to get really dangerous really quick. So let's brace for that.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Here it comes. Yep, as expected. You shall be purified by the Motus Force, blasphemer.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
So yeah, these guys are going to be really dangerous. Yeah, electricity. Ow. Okay, so if I aim with this is going to get a lot of damage coming in. What I need to do is I need to use concentrated fire here. This is going to double our damage.
Bad idea.
We are then going to go with Surefire Plan, which is going to increase our damage even further. There we go. We are then going to do Rapid Fire. which is going to double the amount of damage we inflict, or double the amount of attacks we deal. And now we target the electro priest. There we go. Then we activate one more surefire plan to increase our dodge. This is also going to give us reason to swap to a sword here. And we want to go over to here, particularly. So that way, we have the significant boost to evasion from surefire plan, which is 22. It is going to be our saving grace if we do that. Thankfully, the dodges are coming in clutch. Pascal, we're going to leave alone. Okay. We are now in a situation where we can't exactly move. But that is perfectly fine, because we do have the ability to use a pistol burst in melee, which is an interesting situation, to say the least. We are going to start off by using, I guess, our sword attack here.
I'll see to it personally.
Okay, that fails, but that's fine. We can use this. Then get another attempt. That's another parry, that's fine.
I'll see to it.
Alright, let's activate these two and hope that's enough.
I'll make it happen.
There we go. Oh, it seems like all of them are in melee. Ow. Okay. This is a really weird situation. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna go for the attack here.
Another enemy down.
There we go. And I guess we're gonna go for the surefire plan here. We don't need to do rapid fire here, per se. And in fact, I think I can just leave them alone here. Oh, that's a parry. And that's another parry. Ow. Ow. Alright, let's go for the burst attack. We've got 8 shots here.
I'll see to it. Consider this a taste of what you never stood a chance.
There we go. That gives us a crit of 15. We can now activate Revel and Slaughter here. This is going to give us a significant boost. We are going to activate Surefire Plan. So that way we can move a little bit. Or at least that is the intended plan. We'll use this to give us a bit of an extra boost here. We're going to move over to here, so that way we can get a slice on the Electro Priest. Not that we get it, but hey, the dodge is going to help. And a parry, I suppose. It'll help boost us into a significant boost of defense. Alright, there we go. We are going to activate Concentrated Fire here. We will activate Rapid Fire. And we can decide between attacking melee or ranged. I'm going to go for the ranged here. So we're going to get rid of this guy. I missed a lot there, but that's fine. Okay. Ow. Starting to get a bit hurt, but I should be fine all the same. Okay. Okay, so I guess I will focus on you here. Yeah, let's go through the typical rites here. There we go. Do a rapid fire here. And let's get rid of this Electro Priest first. There we go. Alright,
I'll
and
make
let's
it happen.
move up. We want to go
Taking
specifically
calculated
here.
risk is my second nature.
There we go. This will help conveniently.
I'll brush this off.
Ow. Alright, we can now attack either of these guys, and we should be fine. In fact, I could probably go as far as going for a swing here. If I used a ranged area attack, that's an option, I suppose. I'm gonna go for the swing here.
On it.
Okay, that's a miss. That's fine.
It's
We
as
will
good as
activate
done.
these two for our
Who
next
if
attacks.
not me?
Thankfully, the damage is minimal between them, so I'm perfectly fine to let them just attack me like this. And we'll just get one heal in.
I owe you a debt.
And I'm gonna go for another AoE
I'll
here.
make it happen. Never stood a
There we
chance.
go. And that just leaves this guy, which will be an easy task. Apparently, concentrated fire also works for cleave, which is a weird situation that we're put in. But other than that, we should
I'll
be
see
fine.
to it personally.
Okay, we are going to activate. Well, we'll hold off on that. We are going to activate. Oh, we've only got 6 bullets in the chamber, huh? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to activate Surefire Plan. We want to move a bit first before we go. We're going to move out of the range now with the boost. And from there, we're going to swap over to this. We're going to activate Firearm
Here's my
Mastery
perfect
here.
moment.
And then we're just going to burst them down.
Your end was
There we go.
inevitable.
But yeah, no, as we slowly get on, it's going to just get better and better for us. And this was required of a
Is there
fight
money
because
to
it's
be
going to get
made?
us experience. Now, is there seriously nothing I can do here? Alright, I guess we won't be getting some excess experience because there is an
always have a
area here
backup
that we
plan.
can investigate, but we require a higher perception, it seems. Or rather, awareness, but I digress. We will get more of that in the future, but for now, we're just gonna have to make do.
Rise to the top. or
Sadly,
be left in the
that's just the
dust.
reality of our situation. We can't really do much about it. Now, there is more to this area. But yeah,
Keep
we're
your
gonna go
wits
over to
about
here.
you.
I'm not satisfied with that answer. I will repeat my question again. The last electro priest you killed, where did you find him?
Burn in the fire of dawn, servant of the corpse!
And another one meets the limit of his utility. The last of them.
Oh. Come on, Pascal, there you go. The tall, dark-haired man sizes you up with a quick glance. A supernatural chill is making the air around him crackle softly. The expensive fabric of his jacket is stitched with gold thread and marked with several reddish-brown stains. A foresword and a vox hang from his belt, and the emblem of the Holy Inquisition glitters on his chest. You try to focus on the man in front of you, but you cannot shake the image of the deadly torture he inflicted on his victim. Your pulse quickens, blood pounding in your ears, and sweat beating down your skin. Interrogator Van Coloss, I presume.
Yes. Since you know who I am, and are in no hurry to kill me, I infer that you serve the Emperor, not his enemies. Allow me to introduce myself. Interrogator Heinrich Van Colox of the Imperial Inquisition's esteemed Ordo Xenos. With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
The man turns away slightly to clear his throat. The room starts to get noticeably warmer. My name is Rogue Trader Vorg von Valencius.
Von Valencius? To the best of my knowledge, that dynasty is headed by the esteemed Theodora von Valencius. Has there been a change of circumstances?
Heinrichs watches your expression closely. Theodora is dead, slain in battle by the enemies of humanity.
The news is lamentable. My condolences. And I presume the heir to the sacred warrant of trade and the lofty title of Rogue Trader is none other than yourself. Well then, what precisely has brought you to the sanctum of the Omnissiah?
I am here to collect you. I'm under orders from the Lord Inquisitor to offer any assistance you may require. After which, I'm to provide you safe passage to footfall aboard my ship.
Then the timing of our meeting is fortuitous. I am requisitioning you and your retinue for my task.
Heinrichs ruminates silently on what you have told him. Then he makes a of satisfaction and says to follow.
I came to Riot Minoris on a mission, which a rebellion prevented me from fulfilling. The governor is convinced that malcontents from among the rabble were the instigators, but I immediately suspected a more sinister presence at the root of the mutiny. My visit to the monastery and a few unhurried conversations with some of the rebels confirmed my suspicions.
Heinrichs glances at a dead body at his feet.
Someone by the name of Aurora is leading the rebellion. Data indicates that the head of the cultists is here right now.
Oh, whoops.
Insanity.
Sorry, I accidentally skipped there. My bad. Precisely what were you doing at the monastery?
I arrived here with an escort squad, only to lose it in our very first open skirmish. The monastery is swarming with heretics. The soldiers I requisitioned from the governor fell in battle, bled to death, or deserted. I had to make do with catching and forcefully interrogating individual rebels. It is from them that I learned what I relayed to you just now.
And what did you do to him? As I gestured the corpse.
I convinced him to cooperate. I can influence living bodies, and I find that the interrogated are much more eager to share information once the blood starts to boil in their veins.
God, that is very imperialistic. Ugh. This wretched planet's troubles are, well, I can help you with Aurora. Let us join forces.
Thank you. Regrettably, the governor's people showed themselves to be unprepared for the perils of this place. And extracting blade shards from a person's stomach is beyond my powers. I hope that a rogue trader's retinue will prove more capable than a group of soldiers fresh off the base.
The interrogator glances at a limp body clad in the colors of the governor's ordinance, and sighs briefly.
I am positive that not all of the electro-priests within these walls have perished. The heretics spoke of shadows emerging from side alleys to make short work of the cultists invading their abode. I surmise that the entrance to their hiding place is somewhere in the hall near a machine known as the Circular Cogitator. I imagine it's one of the local sacred relics which the electro-priests treat with special piety.
Alright. With that, we now have Heinrichs on our team. He is arguably worse in knowledges, but that's perfectly fine. He does have some basic stuff. I am going to basically pin him down to level 0, like I have done for everybody else. We are going to respec him down to 0. There we go. He is forced into a position where he's no longer of use to us.
Fate and fortune.
And we're just going to keep going, essentially.
I
from there.
always keep my options open.
Okay, we got a logic check here, which will probably open something up, so might as well. We're going to save here. Hopefully in the future we can get a higher perception check, because we will need it. for finding certain things, but for now,
Success is the only
it's
outcome
fine.
I accept.
Alright.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
In doing so, we've managed to find another box here. This yields leather armor and charged staff. We don't need leather armor anymore. +5 against human enemies. It's okay, but we got way better flak chest plate, so it's fine. Charged staff. Honestly, we're always going to add that to the cargo zone. It's not like we're going to be using Heinrichs or Pascal for most of these fights, but both of them are required for this area, so... Unfortunately, this is going to be one of the situations what I'm talking about, that we just have to keep them there. At least they're level 0, so we don't have to worry too much about the situation there. But yeah, no, it's going to be quite the situation here. Now, these are going to be very annoying. As you can tell, electricity, not a fun situation.
I'll make an example out of you.
I'll turn you into corpse starch.
We have been ambushed. And now they're going to start coming at us. Given the circumstances, we actually want to back off. Because there is more merit to us actually funneling them over, rather than, you know, going over to them. I think I can actually manage by going over to here. I'll have to check to make sure I'm not going to get hurt by going this particular area, but I think this is actually going to be one of the safe zones here that we have that is going to help us a lot. All the same,
On it.
let's unleash a load of volleys. Hey, got killed there somehow. Nice. Okay, we got a melee fighter coming in close. This is going to be a nuisance, but that's fine. Oh god.
Flinch.
Oh, the electricity is hitting him. Nice. Okay, alright, let's activate Surefire Plan here. We are going to want to move over here. Let's activate Concentrated Fire and Rapid Fire. And we just want to focus on these guys here.
You never stood a chance. Another enemy down.
Here we go. That'll help us with preventing a death. Ow. Okay, yeah, another attack. Jeez. Oh god. That's a kill. Okay. Great. Yeah, no, that's not okay. Okay, so we're gonna have to load here, because, yeah. Wasn't expecting that, but alright. Snipers. They are deadly, as you can probably guess. Oh god. Okay. So yeah, no, we're gonna have to play it cautious here and instead lure them. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put you guys into the corner here.
Remember, innocence proves nothing.
I will
As
lead
for
us to
me,
fortune.
I'm going to get ready immediately, so we're gonna save here. Alright, and I'm gonna need to decide where I want to go. Ideally, I'm gonna need cover,
I
so
always have a backup plan.
I guess here is going to be my saving grace. That is going to be my lockdown area, essentially. I can go against the cultist fighter here. And in fact, I'm going to do it just now.
I will beg for mercy,
There we go.
but I will grant none.
Alright, well, with that, we can march our way over to here. And we're actually going to go as far as to go over to here. This will essentially be our way of essentially preparing against these threats. Alright. Let's wait for them to approach. The electricity is certainly going to be playing a core aspect here. And it will be dealing with most of the threats here. And hey, as long as they run up themselves, we don't have to worry. Okay. Alright, yeah, no, he runs in, kills himself. And we don't need to do a dang thing, because the electricity will do the majority for us. Yeah, and they're forced to just try and get at us. As you can tell. Alright, we can lay into this individual here specifically. Might as well try. Here we go. Activate concentrated fire and rapid fire.
It's as good as done.
Here we go. Okay, you have opted to attack here. We're gonna go for the barrage here. Alright, let's revel in slaughter here. We're then gonna go for the rapid fire, because might as well. That's gonna guarantee more hits after all. Nice try. Full cover is really gonna save us.
On it.
Okay, we activate this. This is going to give us more damage, as you know.
Who if not me?
20 to dodge, so that's fine. Alright, there we go. Cultist gunners are really trying their dangest to try and get rid of us. Now the question is, do we let them stay there, or do we go up to them? Because this is going to be a bit of a situation here, essentially. Let's activate the concentrated fire and rapid fire at least.
It's as good as done.
I can't reload currently, so I guess I'll just move up for now. Okay, let's move up to here. Let's reload.
I'll make it happen.
I guess I'll get into full cover here. They are still choosing to anchor themselves in. Okay. I can't really go anywhere because they are just moving there. They're starting to try and pray to get into the area. The most I could probably do is get into a run and gun and just rush over out of their line of sight.
I'll see to it personally.
But we'll have to see. I know for a fact this area is safe. So I'm just going to march over to here. 8, 13, 13 would be ideal here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to activate Firearm Mastery. This is going to give us a boost to our stats. And it's not going to help us guarantee a kill, but it will help us get into position. Dang. Okay, so that's not enough. I can go for another volley if I really want to. Not going to be as much, but, you know, might as well try. One well-placed hit is going to be it. Thankfully, it does seem like his cover has blown, so that's good.
It's as good as done. I'll make it happen.
Man. That is a horrible set of luck there. Okay, what are you going to do? You are going to attack again. Okay. Oh! There is, the danger. As you can see, we got a chaos spawn, but he's thankfully locked away, so that's good for us. Not so good for the enemy, but that's fine. Okay, we're going to concentrate fire. Increase to rapid fire here. Thankfully, damage hasn't been that bad to us. Alright, 20% to hits. That is still 1. Oh, there goes my cover. Okay, you're gonna start marching across. Oh god. Well, there goes the other cultist, I suppose. Oh god, and I can't actually progress forward because okay, so we need to get to here.
I don't need luck.
This area seems to be fine. So we're really playing along the skirts of damage here. But it needs to be done given the circumstances.
It's as good
Okay,
as
we
done.
activate this.
I'll see to it
Activate
personally.
this.
I'll make it happen.
Alright. Ow. Alright, Chaos Spawn's gonna be rushing in. Yeah, no, I was really unlucky there, huh? Oh well.
Let's make some opportunities.
Alright, let's activate this.
I'll
This.
see to it personally.
And let's finally get some healing in. Well, no, let's hold off. I can tolerate a bit of patience. Alright.
Taking
Let's go here.
calculated risk is my second nature.
I think I can get a hit off here. Yeah, no, I'm definitely hitting this guy. I'm just not seeing the benefits. You know what? Let's activate... let's see. We got that. Okay, let's
I'll make
activate
it happen.
Surefire Plan here. This is going to increase our
I'll
damage.
see to it personally.
There we go. Activate these.
It's as good as done. Don't let your guard down.
Alright. You're gonna march over, okay.
I won't stand for it.
Alright, let's
I'll see to it
reload.
personally. I don't need luck. I have strategy. I refuse.
Okay, well, with that, we can just end our turn there, I suppose. No need to overburden ourselves. Okay, we are just going to march over to
I
here.
am ready for whatever comes. Who, if not
Here we go. Alright, that's nearly the entire
I'll make it
enemy
happen.
dealt with.
I'll see to it personally.
Alright. What are you going to do? You are going to just sit there. I'm going to move over to here.
It's as good
Lay
as
into
done.
him once again.
We'll never stop
There we go.
this.
Alright, let's activate Concentrated Fire and Rapid Fire, just so we have them ready. I will then activate Revel and Slaughter, so that way we get even more.
I'll see
Throw
to
down
it
a
personally.
Revel and Slaughter, there we go, that's our second stack.
Taking calculated risk is my second nature.
I guess I can run and
It's as
gun
good
here,
as
that's
done.
just going to give us extra movement, given the circumstances, at least. Okay, we will move over to here. Alright. Okay, we are now in a situation where we can't actually approach here, so we are just gonna hold our position, I guess. Before that, just in case, I will activate a heal,
I won't forget
because
this.
last thing I want is a sniper rifle critting me out to death. That is something that can potentially happen.
Don't
Not
let
gonna
your
say it
guard
will
down.
happen, but it is an
I'll make it
possibility.
happen.
We are then going to activate Surefire Plan here, just to make sure we're, you know, staying safe.
I don't need luck.
There we
I
go.
have strategy.
We are now left with the 8%er here. I guess we can try. I highly doubt we're going to hit him. Yeah, as predicted. Okay, in the meantime, we will activate Concentrated Fire here and Rapid Fire. We can't really do much in the way of movement, so... buggered there, but that's fine. Okay, we are going to move... I think over here is the safe spot for where we can go without being hurt by electricity. We won't be able to attack this guy, but that's fine. Ow! Okay, we won't be able to do much here, but we can do a quick heal, because obviously that's dangerous. We will use run and gun here. This is going to give us the movement we need to get behind full cover here and get really close to him. And we can do this. Just barrage him directly. There we go. And I guess we will activate Rapid Fire just so we have it. Alright, that just leaves the Chaos Spawn. Alright, we're going to activate Concentrated Fire. We are going to fire 8 bullets anyways, so that's fine. I guess what we need to do is we're going to move over to here. And we just need a whale on this guy, as much as we possibly can.
Consider this a taste of what's to come.
Alright, well, that's not bad. We managed to do quite a bit there. Gonna do a upgrade there. Alright, let's reload here. Activate Concentrated Fire. Alright, finally use Surefire Plan here. And let's unload. Alright, almost there. We just need to do 2 more barrages, or 1 more barrage at best. And then we'll go from there. Alright. 33% once again. Done. Alright, that's the battle.
I know how to take risks.
Okay, so there is some merit to looting these guys, so we will do it when we can.
Keep your wits about you.
Okay, apparently I can't loot that guy specifically, but I can go for this cultist, I think. Or I would, if I could.
Rise to the top.
Which is going to be annoying, but that's fine. Let's wait for the electricity. There we go. Now we can crawl over this athletics here. We're going to save here. I'm satisfied with the results, to say the least. And let's hop over.
That's how it's done.
Alright, in doing so, we've managed to get to the goods here, which is another multi-key and a plasma pistol. We'll collect those. Let's inspect this with a logic check.
I always get the job done.
Foundation tenets of the Electro-Priest religion. Standing among them is the triumph of a reason over the faucets of human nature.
Just as I planned.
There we go. We'll move these 2 back over to here.
Calculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes. I'll make profitable learning experiences.
Alright. We're going to move all the way over to here specifically. Grab these. We need to be patient here because the electricity is going to spark any second. And we do not want to be in the blast zone, essentially. Okay, if we move over to here, we can grab this. Is what I would say, but apparently I can't pick up anything here, which is really annoying.
I always have a backup plan.
We can do a tech use here, so just give me a hot second. In fact, I'm probably going to save here just to be sure. Here we go.
That's how it's done.
Alright, nice.
Keep your wits about you.
Patiently wait, because the electricity is going to be annoying.
I will lead us to fortune.
Apparently, getting anything is going to be annoying. Okay, so I guess we'll leave the items away for now. We can always come back and collect them.
I always get the job done.
These dead heretics are suspiciously different from the others. They're drawn wrongly. Or their materials drawn wrongly, actually. I digress. Does seem like we won't be able to loot anybody here, so that sucks to suck, I guess. Regardless, it's fine.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
I don't really care. We can always get to these later, but for now, let's go check this out. The careless cultists have been thoroughly fried by an arc of motive force. Okay. Oh god, that is a lot of cultists. A crowd of cultists have surrounded a tech priest crucified upon a mechanism. A rhythmic whisper repeated by 100 voices blend in some blasphemous enchantments. Powerful discharges of the motus force run through the machine, causing the unfortunate prisoner body to convulse brutally and forcefully, forcing woeful cries of pain from their lips. The tech priest's hoarse voice echoes under the ceiling. In the clenched jaws of stagnation, in the shackles of iteration zero, under the iron wing, let the cycle be discontinued. Pascal's mechadendrites spring into combat mode instantly, and a wrathful rattle comes from his vox. I am registering a severe violation of the purity protocol. The blessed Armanat has been captured by heretics and being tortured. Are you sure he is the Armanat? Confirmed. I do not observe his face, but I recognize his words. Let the cycle be discontinued, is the blessed Armanat's motto. Let's look around the hall. The heretics have taken up position everywhere, and many more are doubtlessly hiding in the passages leading out to the hall. For now, they are all focused on the sacrilegious torture of the tech priest, and do not notice you. How is he bearing the torture? A devotee of the Omnissiah is capable of withstanding great bodily torment with no loss of functionality. But where flesh reinforced with sacred iron will preserve, the purity of spirit may perish. I hypothesize that the heretics have made the blessed Armanat a participant in some variety of sacrilegious ritual. Through sacrilegious torture, they are trying to break his will and turn him into an unholy terminal, with which to control the reactor's outer power circuit system. We must save the esteemed tech priest without risking his life, then. The mechadendrite points to the corpses of heretics lying nearby. We can use the blasphemer's clothing as a disguise. Unrecognized, we can sabotage the power units, overloading them and thus cleansing the Hall of Heretics. The lightning discharges have been charred to corpses, or the cultist corpses. Whiffs of smoke rise from their empty eye sockets whose contents have evaporated. Their clothing, covered in the blood of innocents, are crudely painted over with emblems of the arch-enemy, which exude a repulsive air of soul decay. The signs of the arch-enemy are not just painted symbols, but conductors of its will. The word of their prayers, even spoken without faith, their coat of arms, even deceitfully worn. All this increases the presence of the ruinous powers near you, draws their corrupting attention to you. What is the essence of your plan? Uttering a litany of accusation for the power units from the Lumensticans' command throne will direct the motive force created by the blessed reactor in the hall. This distribution servitor is keeping its output within a set parameter, but upon receiving the order to increase to its peak values, it will turn this place into an electric trap. Yeah. So those three areas, basically. The safety system protecting the hall is controlled from the machine altar, which must be disabled. If all of these operations are performed, I can guarantee that not a single blasphemer will survive the Omnissiah's wrath that will be unleashed upon this place. You would disgrace yourself by donning these tainted rags. Pascal deadpans. The only unbearable disgrace is that of a duty unfulfilled. The rest is merely spiritual attrition. You do realize this plan sounds like suicide. A sound similar to a laugh escapes Pascal's walks. This statement is true. Then what do you propose? To flee? I have tried to employ this behavioral setting in the past, and it's brought my soul no relief. Well, if it helps to save a worthy man, I'll put on the cultist robes. I pray that the Omnissiah gives the blessed Omnat enough fortitude. Pascal grimaces as a new wail of pain rends the air. It's a bit of a unique situation, but considering we're for the people, this is a small price to pay. The heretic's garb clings to your skin like a greedy leech, tingling and foul fever spread over your body, as though these tatters had imbibed the vile contents of their former wearers' souls. Alright.
Let's not waste time with pleasantries.
We are only going to be selecting ourselves here.
Or get left in the dust.
And yeah, there's a bunch of loot, but we will address that in a bit. For now, we just want to focus on getting everything sorted here. So we're going to save here. I'm satisfied with this result. And then we're going to activate the distribution servitor. Heavy crown of the golden neural augmentix rests upon the servitor's head. The crown is bent and broken from ruthless gun butt blows. The pale body is covered in blasphemous inscriptions, covered in withered flesh. I identify this acolyte as a distribution servitor. I'm registering upon it traces of sacrilegious violation of the rites of operation. The probability of this responsiveness to commands is below average. Let's do a coercion, given it's the one that we can use. Your function is to serve, and I command you to serve. A shower of sparks bursts from the mechanism upon the servitor's head, and black ash-tinted tears make tracks down its pale cheeks. A weak whisper comes from the servitor's lips. Ready to perform my function. Glory to the Omnissiah. Energize the hall's power units to the maximum. It will be done. Alright, that's the first. Now for the second. We go over to here. The altar is adorned with gilded skulls. Threads of metal that used to be electus are fused onto the bone. Once majestic, the altar has now been desecrated with blasphemous images of blue-green suns. Some of its levers and buttons have been pried from their sockets, but the mechanism still glorifies the Omnissiah with its operation. I identify this as a safety system control altar. For our diversion to succeed, this blessed machine must be executed. And may its spirit forgive us. Well, we can either break it with force or use Pascal. We're going to break it with force, obviously. Using a pried-out switch as a lever, you move the altar's platework aside and rip out a bundle of wires from inside it with one brutal jerk. The maimed machine cannot service such a desecration. May we be granted Omnissiah's forgiveness for this act. I am registering a general shutdown of the security system.
Fate and fortune favor.
Alright, there is one last thing that we gotta do here.
Always have a backup plan.
And we'll go from there. Alright. Now we just gotta go over to the chair and we should be good. A grim-looking heretic walks up to you resolutely, blocking your path. As he studies your disguise with suspicion, you note that his left eye has 2 conjoined irises, while his right eye has 4. I don't know you. Who are you? Why haven't I met you before? We can either go for a lore warp, a coercion, or persuasion. I don't know you either, you know. What's with all the questions? Are you the governor's spy? The cultist is taken aback and staggers backward a little. Fear flashes in his mutated eyes. To the abyss with you. Go on your merry way, brother. Good. With that, we can go to the command throne here. A tech priest's corpse. His throat slit sits upon a splendid command throne, laced with finely wrought motive force paths. A contorted expression of righteous anger is frozen on his face. A black blindfold covers his eyes. This is the Lumen Deacon's command throne. This is where the power unit, actuation, and shutdown litanies are recited from. The blessed Lumen Deacon himself has the honor of closing the circuit of the motive force that flows through. Alright, let's sit down upon the throne and recite the litany of actuation. I'm about to be greatly honored, or else thoroughly charred. Maybe both. Let's do this. As soon as you lay your hands on the command throne's panels, a painful sting of electricity numbs your senses for an instant. Your fingers cramp and your vision goes dim. Pain is visible in the tech priest's eyes as he looks upon the sacrilege. Forgive us, Omnissiah, for such a gross violation of the right of operation. Repeat the litany after me and activate the command runes I point to. Pascal's vox starts reciting the sacred words, gloomily and hoarsely. Clinging on to the blazing shreds of your fading consciousness, you repeat the words of the litany after Pascal, and touch the command runes. As the unabating lightning rips through your muscles and makes your bones crackle. I am recording a successful activation of the power units. And in doing so, just for a little bit of effort, we clear out everyone. And with that, we clear out the threat that is the cultists. Apparently, I can't loot any of these guys, which is really annoying. I'm not sure why I can't loot them, but whatever. I will level up all the same. We get 1 common talent and 1 skill, from the looks of it. Okay, for our common talents, let's see, what can we choose? Anything goes, really. I can increase my wounds, because that is going to help us in the long term survive, if we want to go that route. We could get heavy weapon proficiency, which will reduce the amount of strength we need to use. I think ideally we want to increase our intelligence, but at the same time we can go for literally anything else. Given escape plan is going to be our go-to for restoring charges of our abilities, we're going to keep that there. Don't need Pinnacle of Weaponry. Persistence of the Forge is not going to help us here. Well, I guess it could, but no, we're not going to be using it. Let's see. I guess right now we need to increase intelligence, because this is going to help with skills overall. Let's see, what else is there, actually, before we, you know, reliably go that route? Because we can go Combat Master. Dueling Master would be ideal here to increase our potential to evade attacks. This would increase us to an 80 for both parry and dodge, so this would arguably be the best. Considering we need to be as evasive as possible against attacks, this is kind of required. So yeah, we'll go with Dueling Mastery, if only for the evasion. The only other alternative is, you know, boosting a stat, which... I guess we could boost our tech use to 50. That would help us significantly. Yeah, let's increase intelligence. Why not? We don't get much chances to increase intelligence, so we're going to need it. Alright, we are going to need to increase our awareness, obviously, because that's going to help us a lot. Okay, there we go. Now we're up to 60 awareness, which is going to be nice for us. Everything else is just going to have to make do, and we'll go from there. I'm going to move over to here. We're going to use a medkit here, get rid of the negatives there. I am still annoyed that we can't loot anything here from the corpses, but...
I have a nose for profit and a taste for adventure.
Do you require inquisitorial approval?
I will lead us to fortune. Is there money to
Okay,
be
can
made?
we deal with it when we're all together, though? No, I can't. Okay, so I can't just... I can't select any corpses at this point. For some reason.
Rise
Okay.
to the top or get left in
Well, that's
the
annoying.
dust.
Well, regardless, I guess I can go for the goods here. Might as well. And we're going to check out each chest here. We got a check use of 80. We're going to save because we've managed to complete this task overall. Yeah, that's a lot of loot that we need to pick up, but all in due time.
Just as I planned.
Okay, we'll grab those.
I always keep my options open.
Okay, we got goods here. And there should be something up here, I think.
Keep your wits about you.
I think there was something. I guess I missed it. Oh well. No big deal. We are now going to go over to the tortured tech priest. In the cycles of the foreordains, there lurks a flaw of worship. Tech priest's body convulses. Pain, plaintive creaks of the binaric prayers come from his vox. As moments pass, the signal becomes less and less clear, as if something twisted and wrong were being added to it. Pascal studies the tech priest's face carefully. His vox system moans in a tragic vibrato. Subject unidentified. This is not the Blessed Armanats. Stranger, I request your name. How do you know my mentor's motto? Who are you, servant of the Omnissiah? The fire of the hearth speaks for sparks. The name of this spark is Abel Hanuman. The tech priest looks over Pascal. For a brief moment his speech becomes clear. The echo of my call has reached you. Good. The iteration is at its end. The design is fulfilled. What is the intention? Why are you calling yourself by my name? Was it you who summoned me to Rykard Minoris? What for? I categorically demand an answer. Pascal's voice rises to an intimidating howl, but the delirious tech priest does not seem to understand what he's saying. What design? An intention both bold and honorable, to open a new gate for the waters of knowledge and comprehension. A plan written so that the righteous may follow. And trust in the great pattern of revelation, a uniform progression towards it. Pascal's voice is trembling with elation. Those are his words. I have not heard them in so very long. Ask him about Armanat. You came here because of him, after all. No. The text priest's weak voice grows stronger. He came because of himself. Myself. To redeem myself, to correct a mistake, possibly. But how do you... There is a look of gentle condensation in Abel's eyes. Strange, given these circumstances. The hubris of the mind spurs him to build monuments to himself. Do not regret, for all this is predetermined by the iteration. A devastating coughing fit cuts him off, and you hear a clang of tearing metal from inside his chest. You can talk once we get him out of here. A cold premonition breaks the heart. The probabilities are dark and frightening. Brother, I do not wish to gaze into them. We are the flame of knowledge that drives darkness away. Pascal is quickly inspecting Abel's wounds, paying no mind to the blood and sacred unguents staining his sleeves. His voice rasps smoothly. Do not fear for what is to come, brother. We are already here. Alright, let's examine the tech priest. There are deep burns all over his flesh, and the skin around his augments, are charred. Blasphemous spells have been carved into his sacred iron, forming unholy litanies of scrap code. It is amazing how robust this tech priest's life support system has proven to be in maintaining the spark of life in his grievously wounded body. Do you know him, Pascal? The subject has not been identified, and has no record in my catalog. Interrogation is impossible due to the subject's evident, affective state of clouded consciousness. Let's try and take him down. As soon as you touch the tech priest's battered flesh, he shifts his gaze to you and says with sudden clarity, Many sparks have gone out, but not all. The electric shepherds are alive. In the darkness, I heard their prayers. Find them. Save them. Recite the hymn of contact circuit restoration, so that you may behold what is hidden. A blast of motive force runs down the tech priest's body, and his face contorts into a mocking grimace. Malformed binary code, repulsively jarring on the ears, pours out of his voice. Information archived to the effect of the circuit restoration hymn is the entrance password to Electro Priest's hiding place. Pascal responds with the Tao rhythms of containment area. I note with great sorrow that the cultist ritual has been partially successful. My tech brother has been tainted by corruption. He is in the grips of the semastical and unholy imitation of the machine spirit. I request immediate activation of the Tech Soricium protocol. What is a skimisal? An ugly mockery of a noble machine spirit, created by the warp. Sometimes a few line of despicable scrap code, or a small clump of the motive force falls under the archenemy's influence, and degrades into an abomination of this sort. One whose very existence is an insult to the Omnissiah's wisdom. Very well. Let's save him. The possessed man responds with a burst of repulsive laughter. Every now and again, a word or two of Gothic finds his way into the binaric obscenities pouring out of his vox. What seems to be some chemical tentative forays into a language that is alien to it. His body convulses, his joints twist at unnatural angles with the sound of bursting steel couplings. As the possessed man thrashes about, his internal augments emerge gradually through the hanging tatters of his flesh, as though an iron homunculus hidden inside the tech priest were trying to cast off the meat cocoon it no longer needed. Pascal's mechadendrite extends a thin drilling needle. Sacred unguents glisten on it. A code of purification aria is heard as the needle sinks into possessed tech priest's skull and touches his neuric augmentic, forming an electric circuit with it. Extreme strain is visible on his face. Furious litanies pour out of his vox. Result, failure. Requesting assistance. Let us recite a prayer to the Emperor. Deliver us from the evil that has come from our souls from the abyss of the immaterium. The sacred words cause the possessed man to convulse, but the strength of your faith prevails over the unholy spirit's power. Boiling machine oil streams down from the tech priest's ears and his breathing mask. Word after word, you push the abomination out of the innocent's flesh and back into the warp's oblivion. The tech priest's eyes roll up, and he loses consciousness, crushed, yet still alive and no longer in the thrall of corruption. With the utmost care, Pascal takes his body down from the mechanism and lays it onto the floor. His stirring litanies of gratitude to the Omnissiah echo throughout the hall. Rest, tech brother. We will come back for you when we have done our duty, the miraculous fusion reactor. Lord Captain, the Omnissiah commands a pious mind to strive forward uncovering the truth. Therefore, I will not stop until I find my mentor and understand his connection to the servant of Machine God. I request the privilege of joining your retinue as a rightful companion. I can offer to fulfill the duties of an engineer on your ship in exchange for the right to follow you and conduct my own investigation. Sounds good. We get some items in return. It doesn't specify what, though, which kind of sucks, but, you know, that's just how it goes, I suppose. But regardless, that is just how the cookie crumbles. We still can't loot these bodies, so I guess we're going to have to loot them later. Which kind of sucks, but, you know, that's just how it goes. Now, is there any way we can get away with... Oh. The Circle Cogitator. The Electric Priest's hiding place must be nearby. Yeah, it's over here. So this is the, that is going to be the key to getting further into the area.
Rise to the top or get left
Can
in the dust.
No, I cannot perceive that, unfortunately. Still, I have not reached a point where I can actually perceive certain things. But that's just how it goes. Go to the Circular Cogitator and activate it. And let's go in.
I always keep my options open.
Okay, we're going to save here. And we are going to go deeper in. We will save here. Alright, in we go. A shortish, muscular man wearing the scarlet colors of the priesthood of Mars steps into your path. The wrinkles on his cheeks and forehead point to his prosperity for frequent outbursts of fierce anger. But right now, he is showing no signs of aggression. Glowing blue patterns of electric tattoos, or electoos, show through his oddly bluish tinted skin. The man's eye sockets are dark and empty, yet he turns his face straight towards you with no hesitation. He has a sharp, screeching voice not unlike a bird's cawing. May the charge of the Omnissiah's mercy persist in the hands of the faithful. May the motive force persist in the batteries. The Emperor protects. The man responds curtly, as if giving a military command. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. The hallowed electrodynamic cerebrium receives you, pilgrim. I am Dar Impulse 6, a servant of the motive force and the praetor electoid of this sacred monastery. Certainly bowing through walls. Pascal bows down humbly before the man. A trill of binaric symbols come from his vox, to which Praetor responds with solemn gestures of blessing. Pascal turns to you and says, "The rank of Praetor Electude, or Electroid, is a sign of high standing with the Electro-Priest Fraternity. To have been granted an audience is a great honor." Why are you calling me a pilgrim? Only those lay people who desire to experience the motive force are allowed to cross the monastery's threshold. All others are profaners and criminals. You do not belong to the fraternity of electro-priests, but your intentions are good. If you are not seeking the Omnissiah's wisdom, then it was the motive force itself that brought you here to find it. I have a few questions about this place and the people in it. Truth is like light, and blocking it, its path is criminal. The Praetor Electroid nods majestically. Who are you? Oh, I guess I chose the second option. Our faith imposes a duty of obedience on us. Every Electro-Priest is given numerous Electus that combine in the blessed Poltergeist's circuit, allowing feeble flesh to withstand the might of the motive force. That is why our skin glows with its light and our eyes boil and melt when we are ordained. The Omnissiah's tears is what we call this phenomenon. Its dying away of unworthy flesh. As we shun the lace person's primitive means of looking at the world, we gain the ability to sense the motive force around us with our entire bodies. Who are you? The hard-working servants and dwellers of this Sinobrium, Electro-priests of the Adeptum Mechanicus. The Corpuscari did us a great honor by entrusting in our care the sacred relics around which the hallowed electrodynamic Sinobrium was built. What precisely do you believe in? We have devoted ourselves to the worship of that aspect of the machine god, which is known as the motive force. It is the blessed divine spark that creates imperatus in the universe. The Omnissiah, in his mercy, gave the world the gift of the motive force, and we follow its impulses in order to increase it, bringing it to Lay's people, and protect it from unholy hands. The relic that this monastery protects provides the entire planet of Rykard Minoris with the blessed motive force, and we, unworthy though we are glad to serve the ancient machine that dwells in this place. And what of this relic? It would be pointless to describe the miraculous fusion reactor. Only those beholding its ferocious power can one comprehend its blessed essence, and fear the might of the Omnissiah. Its core was found 4,000 years ago, and delivered to Rykard Minoris by the holy warrior of faith, Lock Impulse. During one of his campaigns, its sacred spark, has not gone out for an instant, and the walls and power units of this Sinobrium have been erected around the relic in order to protect it from ignorant lay people, as well as protect them from its formidable might. Pascal keeps his solemn silence, but the quick clicking of his mechadendrite's claw betrays his excitement at being so close to the sacred Archaeotech. Alright, I understand. I am pleased to be the conductor of truth. What happened here, and how did you manage to survive? When the heretics descend in droves upon the Sinobrium, we gave battle, but the unholy foes buried the Omnissiah's words under a mass of their bodies, thus extinguishing the defender's spark of purity. It was then that I ordered my few surviving brethren to retreat into the monastery's secret chambers. Upon taking refuge there, we began to destroy the blasphemous intruders in superstitious ways. Alas, as fiery as my brethren anger was, I had no right to permit them to die in honest combat, but a task of taking back our abode still lay ahead for us. I must commend the skill in which your secret chambers are concealed. You hear a tinge of wounded pride in Heinrich's words, as if he's upset about failing to discover the Electro-Priest's shelter. Your choice of tactics was wise as well. Therefore, there was no point in losing more lives in the massacre that the cultists wrought. The leader of the heretics fought their way through the arc therein. Dwells the miraculous fusion reactor. She is trying to desecrate the rite of operation with her unholy litanies. so that the relic may be corrupted, and the world of Rykard Minoris may perish in a front of fire. But my brethren, in their magnetic meditation, are hampering her efforts by channeling access request prayers in unison, thereby suppressing the command that the blasphemers enter. Praetor Electroid nods towards his entranced comrades. This holy place must be protected against sacrilegious practices. I swear it. God, there's so much talking. And the monastery is attacked by people who looked like electro-priests. This is a lamentable mistake. We knew not of no help that was on its way, and we are not expecting to encounter any allies in the monastery's chambers. But I see that you are alive, and I mourn the senseless deaths of my brethren. Well, I will say that you made the right decision when you chose to avoid combat and save yourselves. Thank you, Pilgrim. It was not easy, watching unholy intruders stampede through the chambers of my temple. We all envisioned our brethren who had fallen before that sacrilege began. Alright. I wish to get to the holy reactor. Alright. And now, we are probably going to be getting into one of the hardest fights now. I must press on. If we were dogmatic, we could choose that option, but I'm not going to. But yeah, no, this is probably going to be the most difficult fight that we are going to have to overcome. So we're going to have to get ready for that, and that's going to be a pain in the butt. But it is absolutely required given the circumstances, so hopefully with all this prep that we've done, it's going to be our saving grace here. Okay, we can go down here. Alright.
I've seen a lot of innocent people. I've yet to see someone.
Fate and fortune favor the
Alright,
bold.
Vorg. This is going to be the most difficult fight that we are going to be getting into.
I always have a backup plan.
And, yeah. We won't be able to do it this stream. But I will leave it on a... Yeah. We'll have to do it next stream. Because this fight is probably going to be the hardest thing that we're going to have to do. And it actually is going to be a pain in the butt to do. So, effectively, we might get into a oh, you know what? Let's load, because I didn't want to do that. Thankfully, I saved. But yeah, no, we're going to get into that next time. I don't want to spoil too much of what goes next, but yeah, something crazy is going to go on, and it's going to be the most difficult first fight of the entire playthrough. If we're not capable of handling this, you know, hurdle, we cannot continue with the story, basically. It's that painfully tough. But I digress. We will get into that soon. And, yeah. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I know I did. And I will see you guys next stream. Take care, everybody. And have a good day. There we go.